Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Feel Good Tuesday, and we have so much coming your way here at the Wrestling for Life Network as we jump into NXT tonight, the go-home show for Heatwave. It's going to be a good one. We got lots to talk about, lots to get into, so make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, share this link with everybody you know, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your Feel Good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you NXT tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into with the card and the show as we head towards Heatwave this Sunday. We will be live for all of it. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to break it all down. We will be your live reaction to all the action here tonight. So make sure you hit the buttons, get in there, get in the chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Let us know how you're feeling out there. Is it a good day, a bad day? How did you like Raw? What are you feeling about NXT? What else is going on in this world? But without further ado, I will remind you for the next couple hours, you will be locked in with Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and Mr. Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yeah, we're getting the go-home show for Heatwave. We're out there in Philly, so things might get extreme again. Like Paul Heyman still taking shots at Tommy Dreamer. And a match that I think is kind of slept on that I believe we're getting tonight is Jasper Troy versus Ricky Saints. We've really seen Jasper Troy come to the forefront since he won LFG. And Saints, does Saints feel like he's slidden back? I know he was the big signee, but he seems like they're either going to jump him up to the main roster or they're not sure where to slot him right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think you can only go back and forth with Ethan Page so many times. I'd maybe have been a little quiet. Even this build to this, like, if we recall, like, this started at the last pay-per-view where they bumped into each other, cost them the match. That's how we get Ethan as champ. But, like, I mean, it hasn't been, it's been a lot of talk leading to this moment. Looking forward to the fight. We'll see what it means. I like Ricky a lot. Is he, close to the, NXT call-up? We'll see if he goes to the main roster. But ultimately, I mean, I think it's okay. I don't think anybody should be shoved down our throat. So, and lots generally going on. So, yeah, for my money,
it's not going after Oba.
I don't know. I mean, Oba's been so tied up in other things right now, right? So
it's Trick and Javon again.
Yeah, I mean, again, they got to finish up that and put a bow on it before we go anywhere. We'll find out tonight because Trick will face Javon to find out who will face him at a Heatwave. So that shall be intriguing. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, you'd have to kind of wedge him into that mix at this moment. There's been this ongoing TNA storyline. So we'll see where it goes.
Right. Well, and speaking of Trick and Javon, did you like that they brought them out on Raw last night to kind of hype up NXT that's also going to be in Philly? So kind of now we're integrating NXT even onto the main roster. We're going to hype it up because they're out there traveling.
Yeah, I said it a lot last night. They did a good job really amping up AAA, amping up NXT. Like anything they really have their hands in right now, they're doing a good job of kind of making people aware of it. Obviously, we saw, we've seen Mr. Iguana being used on the main roster and people are popping for it. So, yeah, I mean, again, I think they're doing a very good job. Trick's been on in those commercial segments on Netflix a few times now. I think it's smart. I think it's good. It's hyping up TNA because he's wearing their belt. I think it's good all the way around.
Right. But should we say hi to the people? I forget we don't have a half hour like we do with Raw and SmackDown. We got about 15 minutes.
Well, we got 8.
So, even less.
There you go.
Zach, happy National Ice Cream, soft ice cream day. Every day is an ice cream day when it comes to Zach. Ryan, what up? Eric, hey, Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for Team Canada. We were talking about this before we went live versus Team USA. And will we see Alexa and Charlotte tonight?
Will we see Alexa and Charlotte tonight? I don't anticipate it, but if you know something I don't, I mean, who would they be coming to talk to?
Yeah, because I mean, well, the women's tag teams, because we got the 6-woman tag team match, but that seems more women, TNA women's title kind of feud.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not anticipating Charlotte and Alexa, but hey, I'm open for it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Andre, what up? And yeah, you reminded me we didn't even touch on. Speaking of chatters, the top 3 chatters from last night were Spaz, Mega, and Damien.
Shout out. Get in that chat.
Kevin, what up? Speaking of Damien, looking forward to Evans versus Trick. Do you think that they had a stipulation to that because it's in Philadelphia?
Tonight, I don't think so. I mean, again, we did it last night with Extreme Rules. I mean, do you double down? Nah, it's already a number 1 contenders match. Stiff enough for me.
Stiff upper lip.
Stiff.
Kevin, KJ, and Big Nick. Kevin is doing great tonight. Shout out, Kevin. Josh, the wrestling squad. Dennis, what up? Ken, evening all. Roman, the go home show. I like how he spelled it out for those with emojis. Happy National Potato Day, says Mr. Stormy. The top 4 things you can make with potatoes are mashed potatoes, potato salad, baked potato. Are you the Bubba Gump of fucking potatoes, my guy?
I love it. I love it, Jason. I mean, a good old twice baked potatoes, lovely. I banged out one of those the other day. But yeah, you can't potatoes every day would be okay.
Hey, what do you say? We'll go by the bay, maybe play with some clay.
Let's go.
Paul, what up? Byron, Julia fan here. Shout out. Sean
Byron?
Reed, what is up? Hashtag WFL fam. Super pumped for NXT tonight. LFG, just love wrestling. Hashtag just love wrestling.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, well, no, on our side, absolutely you can do that. And that nasty IWC out there, nah, not so much.
Yeah, we'll talk about it as we get through this chat. Well, I'll wait for you. There's a few things I kind of want to get off my chest.
Fair enough. Well, we'll get Bradley off our chest, I guess, and Boston. And MDB out there over on Twitch, so we'll get that off our chest too. We also do have the Twitch folks out there. I think we're just past 100 Twitchers. Moving on the way to 200. What?
107.
Let's go. Now we get to 110, 115, 120. We just go in 5 increments.
Let's hope. 108. I lied.
As we were speaking, it happened.
Let's go.
That's what Spaz. An official super chat, I guess, with a Canadian $10 from Spaz. Are the supers working tonight? Big love, boys, and chat. Is it a cool social experiment to ask people what they think of Jericho right now, and then again after he chooses between AW stay and WWE return?
I'm waiting for that conversation. My God.
They're already turning on him, but I guess I don't know if that confirms or denies if the super chats are working tonight. But
yes, they are. They popped up. So
okay, fair enough.
Actually, it's funny. It didn't come through on StreamYard, but it definitely came up on the front end. So we're good to go.
Fair. So it just comes in like this, I guess now. But I've seen AEW fans already start to turn on Jericho just because Meltzer said he might, or it's inevitable that he's going to show up in WWE.
Again, I'm going to let you get through these names before I get too deep into this. But the Meltzer drones and Meltzer being one of the biggest hypocrites and the biggest pieces of garbage in all of the IWC, the fact that these drones can't help but follow him, these sheep that just, Dave said, it's crazy. Y'all defended, Jericho for years now. And just at the rumor that he might leave, you fucking hate him. Grow up.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that because I got opinions too. Yeah, of Cherokee George saying about Heyman going after Dreamer was disrespectful. I think it was a nice little pot shot.
Yeah, that's Dreamer. Dreamer's the little guy that everyone pokes fun at, and he's in on it, so not the end of the world.
Yeah, Dreamer out there, and even at one point said he was going to take out Paul at a WrestleMania. He was going to jump the barricade.
Yeah.
Dale, what up? Denisha, what up? Boston again. Jake, the Tribal Chief. Speaking of Tribal Chiefs, 316. Question, KJ and Nick. Is it too early, but who should win the 2026 Men's and Women's Royal Rumble?
It's
Far too
so
early.
early. Let's see where we go. Yeah, I mean, you want to throw something at that? I mean, 2026 could be Roman.
Could be. I mean, women's is wide open.
Wide, like completely. It could be Jordan Grace. It could be Julia. It could be Steph. It could be any of the women
Did
that are
you see
currently on the
some
roster.
people though were saying that it
Bayley.
could be Naomi, and they're like, no, that's not how months work. You know, do you not know how pregnancy works? Because it would be within 9 months and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Reed. It's like someone gave us, was shitting on Raw. They're like, oh, I can't believe they only had 3 matches. They actually had 5. I hate to break it to you. It's like
Math is mathin', folks.
like
Math is
count.
mathin'.
Like use your brains.
See, Wesley's making the connection. Speaking of making brains, Wesley's got all the brains. If Alexa and Charlotte could go after the secret harvest, there we go. There's the connective tissue we were missing.
Okay. I'm in, Wesley. I'm never gonna.
I'm in there with MDB. How was French fries not mentioned? Oh, speaking of potatoes.
Yeah, I even missed that. Fries. Yeah, you need fries.
Right. Sitho Mac giving us the Ric Flair treatment.
The woo.
Small Mark, what up? Am I missing anybody that you see, sir? Don, I honestly expected Jericho to be the first one to jump back to WWE. He's going to end up back there one day, just a matter of when.
Yeah, I've always said that no. And I don't even know. I think it's presumptuous that the door's open. That's the other part. That Jericho wakes up one day and says, hey, Trips, how do we know what the relationship between Jericho and Trips is? How do we know how it feels? Jericho, when he started in AEW and on his podcast, he'd shit all over WWE, would never say anything bad about Vince McMahon. He always protected Vince, and I always felt like that was because he was trying to leave that back door open. But we don't got no Vince right now, so.
Right. I saw Jose saying, read my sign.
Right.
Speaking of Chiefin, what's up, chat? There you go. That's a nice one.
There you go. I see Mega, Denisha, MDB. We got him. Paul Carpenter's back in the house. Taco Mark. I almost said Tacoma.
Tacoma, Washington, in the chat.
Tacoma, Washington, right next to Walla Walla.
There you go.
ABJ, let's go. Speaking of Lexus, is with us as well. I do not believe anything Dave says. That's a smart human being. To the point now that Dave is shooting down the historical relevance of Triple Mania, and it wasn't their biggest show ever, and da. Okay, Dave, what was? I don't know, but that's not it. Like, we're just guessing. These bullshit Netflix reports, these bullshit Max reports. He is a joke, and the people that follow him, if you're paying the Observer $14.99 or wherever the fuck it is, last I heard he was giving out discounts to returning people because so many people have left. If you are paying for a chat room or access to the fucking Observer, you're a moron. And I say that, I mean it.
Well, meaning things as I gotta then, but
I gotta then.
Okay, we'll sync up first and then I'll get my thought out. I gotta now. Oh, I'm holding at forever.
Forever.
There we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sync up, dial in, let's go. Show is going live. And how do we kick this one off?
We are together.
Yes, we are. Big W.
Right, but
boom.
If right now you can see more than ever the actual kind of lines divide when it comes to any sort of journalism, especially when it comes to wrestling. I can speak for America. I can't speak for you. Even when you see it on national news broadcasting and everything, you can see where clearly the message is trying to be pivoted one way or another, not actually just straight up, this is the fact. You can see where loyalties lie.
Yeah, I've said it before. I'll say it again. And I mean, some people out there, to me, they are like the equivalent of like just the woke, lost, bullshit making up people. That's what they are to the wrestling world. Meltzer's one of them. There's a couple other that we've had beef with, that they just, it's so blatantly apparent. And again, you don't report, if you report one company's numbers, you give a list of reasons why they had that number. If the other company has a number, then you give all the reasons why they shouldn't have had that number or what fucked it up or why their number wasn't better. the complete, like, again, people often reporters aren't supposed to bend the truth. Reporters aren't supposed to add different conjecture to different things. Just report, Dave. Oh, I'm not biased. I cut up AEW. All bullshit. And to say, well, you gotta pay to see me actually criticize. You are a chicken shit. Oh wait, Briggs and Yoshi.
Yoshi. Oh yeah, we still got the smoking skulls. We're getting the Philly street fight kicking everything off here.
All right, folks. I'm gonna put this up in the chat real quick. Your first poll, as it looks like we are wasting no time. What Brooks is smoking?
Yeah, Briggs.
And,
well, he was the Brooks to Brooks and Dunn there, I think, too.
Right.
By the way, I really like this venue, and I get
it's so pretty.
It reminds me very much of the Hammerstein Ballroom, and I know AEW's caught in slack for going smaller venues. We've always preached that they should have been doing that from the get-go, and I like that when they like the one they did, the recent ones in Chicago, I think looked really cool. But yeah, this reminds me so much like the Ballroom.
See, I'm okay with a third brand being in a small room. When you brag and all your fans, your sickos, want to flex like you're the shit, but you're fucking, it's like someone showing off their car, but they got a Pinto. It just doesn't work.
Briggs on fire.
Yeah, Briggs smoking.
Smoking because I gotta.
Right.
But who you got for? Should I just say, so you're taking Yoshi?
I'll take Yoshi. Yoshi's not gonna win, I don't think, though.
You're the Yoshi splash guy. You kind of have to take Yoshi.
Yeah, but I think they're using Yoshi to build Briggs.
But they didn't need to. Like, they could have built Briggs beforehand when he left, when the whole split up with him and Jensen.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Briggs was kind of a bit of a. They tried to give him a bit of some solo love, and it just never seemed to really kind of work. They had a couple really good singles matches. I think having this kind of little rivalry where you're going to get good matches from Yoshi, I think it's great.
Fair enough. I like this stuff from MDB. I'm about to be like Briggs in 5 minutes. Smoking. Cooper's taking Yoshi.
Yes.
Klaatu, I like this. Late but present. The pleasure is all yours.
Klaatu. Pleasured.
Pause. Brandon, good evening. Wrestling for Life gang. Absolutely is. Yeah, so we're starting. All right, I take back. You were right with saying that they weren't going to add a step to the main event. Oh, he just drilled Yosh with the cherry toss in. But I forgot they had the street fight here. So this is your extreme. This is how you start the show off in Philadelphia.
Right? We wasted no time. No big, intro, no big wait time, no promo. Instantly, the fight had begun prior to us getting here. So, folks, we are off and running. Get your votes in. Who you taking? As holy shit, 67% are taking Yoshi. Let's go.
Well, Ken Lake, what up? Well, what was it? Anthony's out there saying Yoshi Mania, running wild.
Yoshi. I love Yoshi. I want to see a Yoshi splash.
See, that's why I figured you were going to be taking Yoshi for this match. MDB saying Briggs, before he found Yoshi, wasn't working at all. Yoshi adds a new layer of, he was badly booked. That's more than anything.
Yeah, I think it was just, and again, young. And I don't know if he was badly booked at all, to be honest. He came out of that. They put him in a couple things. It just, again, I think that's part of the developmental side of NXT is some people are still working their shit out. Yoshi allowed Briggs to get into something fun. I think people are liking Yoshi. 76% of the chat voting for Yoshi. And now that Briggs is beating him up, it gives Briggs a new edge. Plus, it's good matches.
Is Briggs kind of Tony D'Angelo?
How?
And just kind of stuck in developmental?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think he's peaked yet. That's why. I don't think we've seen what Briggs can bring, right? I think we'll see where Briggs can go. He's a big boy. I mean, he had a good match with Oba that people kind of slept on a little bit.
How many big boys could Briggs bring if Briggs could bring big boys?
Right? Oh, into the chair in the corner.
Jose, when I call your name, raise your hand and say, "Here I am," rock you like a hurricane.
Here I am. Is everyone excited for Heatwave? Not bad. I wouldn't say I'm good. I'm looking forward to it, but not. I wouldn't say pumped.
Is it Heatwave on its own, or is it because we got to get through Forbidden Door? We got to walk through the Forbidden Door before we get to the Heatwave.
What condition are we going to be in when Heatwave starts? Is the question. Yeah, I mean, I think that Heatwave itself. Again, we're going to find out who will. We don't even know who the number one contender will be.
Right.
We'll find that out tonight. As we got a bat.
We got a bat.
Jericho. It's Jericho. No,
it's a jackal. I was thinking, give me the bat. Give me the bat, Barnes. Give me the bat. And just Sabu's the knee.
Oh, go for a Russian leg sweep.
Russian leg sweep with the bat. It's Sting. It's got to be Sting.
They're booing him.
Oh, he's stomping it because it's a Phillies bat.
Oh, I see.
That's stupid. That's idiotic.
Why?
Because why not just still swing with the bat? I don't give a fuck what team it's on. It's a goddamn weapon.
Oh, I mean, dude's down. I mean, if you're ever gonna rise the crowd, now would be the time.
Well, I just noticed because they didn't even change the picture. The audio kind of got quiet for a second and then came back. Now we're in commercial. I've still got Yoshi and Briggs going at it.
Yeah, 100%. They got to do they go quiet. You'll notice every time if you're watching on Netflix with a VPN or internationally, they go for a pause. They go quiet for a second because it's an edit point, right? So they're going to clip that and cut it off there. So that's why they shut up for a couple seconds. And then they start talking again. You're like, did it go mute? No? Okay, they're still here.
It's the same thing, though, too, at times when you catch somebody doing like a big clap, because that'll be the big audio spike of when you're going through to edit it to cut it off.
What up, Andre?
That is not me being Nicky Picky. The man just sat there and spit on a bat and everything when he could have been using it as a weapon. He'd rather beat up the weapon than beat up his opponent.
He already put the man down. The heel's got to work the crowd.
So kick his ass more, Seabass.
Yeah. Up, down on the chair.
Right. But John C., what up? Did they renovate the ECW arena again? What venue are they in? I know they're in Philadelphia, but the Hammerstein's in New York. But it still looks like that ballroom.
Yeah, I didn't think they were in the 2300
tonight. No, they're not there. They would make a big deal out of that. Kareem, what up? 316, Roxanne wins the world title. Liv Morgan wins the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania 42.
Fair enough.
That's not
possible.
A terrible idea. Well, now, boot off the trash can from Briggs on Yoshi. But now who would you think is the favorite to be the new women's world champ after Naomi has to vacate it?
I don't know. I mean, I really think Steph's already sitting in the wings waiting. A lot of people thought she was going to beat Naomi, even though I didn't. Now she seems like she's at the top of the chart, if nothing else.
Yeah. Well, and have you seen it now? Because I guess it came out. She announced that she's been 7 weeks pregnant already. So Baby Oos has already had technically a match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, they were showing some of the bumps, and they're like, "Can you believe?" Shut up, people! Shut the fuck up.
Well, and I liked that they even showed, or they did it and recorded it, of Big Jim's reaction backstage. They had the whole moment with Steph and Hunter congratulating them. They made such a big moment out of it instead of one of those of, "Can you believe she got pregnant? Now we got to write her off. We got to do an injury angle to get her rid of her." Like they actually embrace, like, "Hey, you got a kid. It's a special moment." It's like when Becky got pregnant and then she had the whole moment a bit with Asuka.
Yeah, they made me laugh with Becky. It's irresponsible to get pregnant while being champion.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's funny shit.
Oh,
on the guardrail. Yoshi. Selling it.
Yeah. It's been a minute since you've seen the kind of stun gun sell of like you sell it and then you pop up if you got some life and then you sell it again.
Right. Sell it hard, bro. And that's why, I mean, Yoshi's kind of unique in this way. And I said it originally of like, why do we bring this guy in? but he ended up being super fun, a bit of a veteran. And again, I think it's allowed for a guy like Briggs to kind of get his feet under him. And we can't find Jensen at all. He got kicked out of the culling by Izzy, and that was the end of him.
He got culled from the culling, and that's coming off of him just being out there Nost Malone and just getting thrown out of venues because he was fired.
I disagree. Roxanne is ready. Yeah, she could be, man. It's wide open. Like, I don't know if they're gonna do I think they should do a ladder match. I like them. But I don't know how they're gonna do this. A tournament, a battle royal, what? I think Clash might be too soon. What was
No, yeah, for sure it's not gonna happen at Clash. Well, now what do you do with Steph? Because that was supposed to be Naomi and Steph.
That's the question. Like, does Steph actually Nikki's gonna fight Becky, which I hate. Yeah, I don't know what you do with Steph right now. Like, do you find an opponent for Steph? Like, we've decided Steph was the number one contender, and this person has become the number one contender as well, as he's taping them to the top rope.
Yeah, do you need to start doing qualifying matches of now?
Yeah,
gorilla tape, duct tape. That's is this you can't Lyra Valkyria zip tie yourself
right
with this situation. The tape's broken.
Oh no, Yoshi defiant.
Oh, hey, this is an ECW callback to Dreamer and Raven.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah. Oh, what a good spot that was back then.
Don saying that they're Met in Philadelphia. We're going to the Met.
They're in the Met. Thank you. I was trying to look that up, Don, but I do appreciate that. It's a cool looking venue. Like, it really is. And I don't mind. Like, I know I give AEW a hard time about, like, going to
broke the shit.
The tape says, Yo says, fuck your tape.
He's hulking up.
He's so good. I'm good with this shit.
Well, he's got that old schooly, like,
oh,
he elbowed and broke a Singapore cane.
And then just clapped it out of his hands. And now he's just swinging away. And Briggs is all over the place. Please stop hitting me.
Yeah, and just doing like the Gunther chops of like knee chops, calf chops, quad chops, side chops, this chops, that chops, 4. Your chop, he's chop, no pop, no chop, none.
Oh, here we go. E-Honda.
Now, is it also because this is the same shit if we saw it in AEW, we'd be critical because it's the 7th time we've seen it in 4 matches.
It's all about presentation and it's all about positioning, right? So, again, if you had somebody like I mean, we talk about Suzuki popping up in Ishii, and if you guys go back and we used to like get really excited, oh my God, Ishii's here, and then we've seen him 90 times, and now he's in a jobber faction, and we don't care anymore. That's why Yoshi feels fun, is because we don't really know, like, he's kind of novelty, right?
Well, it's it's the only time you see it. Oh,
that was a little stupid.
Yeah, this is, again, it's like when watching people fight in the NFL and the other guy has to take his helmet off. Like, you idiot, you hurt yourself more than hurting them. Oh, he's going to bat him. Swing.
And down goes Briggs. The fans are going nuts for Yoshi. Yoshi winning would be a fluke. I don't know, man.
He gigged himself. Did he gig himself in the trash bin? Or what? No, it would have been right afterwards. Because Briggs is busted.
I think he took one in the nose. Remember, Yoshi was just swinging. He didn't. I don't care what I hit. It was like Bart and Lisa, right? Like, I'm going to be doing this.
I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm going to keep doing this.
I like this Yoshi guy. There you go, buddy.
Yoshi might be winning.
What's up, Dale? Mega. Folks, we see you. And I know another super chat came in. And something's changed. And again, right now between our streaming service and YouTube, they're doing all the kind, like, I don't know if it's like fall, it's the season to fuck with shit, but they're playing with a lot of the infrastructure of things. So for anyone that put a super chat out there, I know there was a second one.
Baz, but yeah, they're updating things and fixing things that weren't broken.
Leave it alone. I know where everything is.
Stop fucking with my shit that I know how it works.
It's like when fucking wifey cleans. I knew where that was. Organize my way.
Exactly. Don't touch my shit. I'll clean my shit because I'll put it where I know where it is.
Right.
Oh, Yoshi splash to the table. 1, 2,
Oh,
2.
fun match to kick the show off tonight. Spaz, I need you guys to book a men's and a women's 5-on-5 match. Team WWE versus Team NXT NAAA. Who are you booking? We might have to circle back to that one, big guy. But we do
Start that so we don't lose it again, and we'll answer that in a question or something, or a commercial. Answer it in a question. What?
We'll answer
Another
in the form of
table.
a question.
What is? Oh, you can see Briggs helping set up one of the legs on her. As Yoshi's going outside to get another table, you can see Briggs help slide the shit down to make sure the leg doesn't fall in.
Right. As this table's not cooperating right now with Yosh. Oh, Josh is up.
Yeah, they're doing the tug of war over the table here. Yoshi, get the table. Oh, the splinters and the twigs and berries.
AMZ. Yeah, I saw there are fans out there really trying to hold on to the cross movement, and it seems to be wilting.
It doesn't seem as I got Briggs up top. He had a chain. Moonsault. Oh, he caught all of the shins on that.
Yeah, that's
1,
over.
2, 3.
And Briggsy with the dub.
Oh, they wish they could have redone that because he just was straight shins.
Oh, Briggs gets busted open in the eyebrow. A big win, fun match. Great start to NXT tonight. Stop, Kane.
Right. Not in the little Yoshis. Not in
Not
the little
Yoshis. Yeah.
Oh, and they show the replay. He was a day late and $1 short on that moonsault.
It was a little short, but I bet the legs still hurt falling on your body.
Yeah, but that's not safe as fuck. I like the overhead shot that they just did was really cool because you see the broken guardrail. You see this broken outside. Yeah. You see this laying there, that laying there.
Right. Oh. Yeah, so Masha talking with Ava and Santino. For those who don't know, Masha is going to be the special guest referee for the tag match tonight. There she goes. Masha requested being the special guest referee.
Well, we've got a TNA title. We've got the TNA Knockouts title defended JCJ, Masha Slimovic, and Ash by Elegance on Heatwave. How do you feel though when you're defending the showcasing, what have you, another company's championship on your product?
You feel good about it. That's part of this relationship.
Well, also, if you're TNA, how do you feel? Should that not have been a TNA match?
No, they want it on the bigger platform.
Fair.
Like, I mean,
I asked the question. You gave the answer.
Again, that's pretty straightforward. That's what it's been about. Ricky gets brushed by Briggs. Nobody giving any respect to Mr. Saints.
But that's why I'm starting to question: is Saints kind of falling under here?
No.
Fair enough. Well, let me get through my question. He lost the North American title. Doesn't go after the world title. Like, I almost think he might lose to Jasper Troy in this whole feud.
That'd be interesting.
Well, it's one of those of, I don't know if he's getting called up. That's the thing. He feels like he's in this little bit of limbo of, we're not going to fully push you because you might be getting called up, but you're also not exactly getting called up.
I don't know how true that is. And again, the idea that he's on the verge of being called up. Remember when Jordan Grace was set to fucking make her debut on SmackDown? Wah, wah. So again, I think sometimes we kind of get it in our head of like, it's this thing that people have been saying. I don't even know if Ricky's close to going up to the main roster yet. Ricky was North American champion. I liked Ricky and Ethan. I thought they did a great job. Coming out of that, he transitions to Jasper. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things where he puts Jasper over and then shows up on the main roster. But I think he's just fine. It was only a few weeks ago that he lost the belt. Like, he had a belt a couple weeks back. So I think he's doing okay. People need to understand, like, there is a pecking order, and Ricky's great, but Ricky's fine.
Yeah, but he loses and then goes to facing Jasper, and then now has the interaction with Briggs. So that's probably the next feud for Ricky after Jasper.
I don't think that's a bad thing, though. I don't think that's bad at all.
No, is that lateral? Is that downward? Or is that certainly not upward?
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I mean, as far as his booking goes, I mean, going against Jasper, who's you're trying to hype up as this big deal. Ricky's a good veteran guy to put him in there with, to make him look good, to work with him, to get him over as a heel, because Ricky's so liked by the fans right now. And then again, if it's Briggs up next, I memean, Briggs just looks like a beast, a guy that I believe they want Briggs to go towards Oba again and be more ready this time. But we'll see. I like competition.
It's the guy that's there just putting these guys over.
I don't think so, because he hasn't done that yet, other than Ethan. But he went over Ethan first. So again,
but if he loses to Jasper,
but he hasn't.
Right, I understand that, but I'm saying, so then if he goes over Jasper, then why would I deal with Briggs? I would feel, to me, Jasper's almost above Briggs, I would feel.
No, not at all. Briggs has been around. Briggs is a former
Jasper started off
challenging Oba. Here. Yeah, Briggs has also fought Oba. So, yeah.
One did do it on their debut, but I digress.
Well, again, I mean, they peaked him, but what has Jasper done since? So you're going to have a balance, and you're going to come back down to reality a bit. I have no problem if he happens to fight Briggs after this, because again, I think you use your veteran guys to help build these young guys.
But Sans to me is not a guy that's putting people over unless he's leaving NXT. He's a guy.
Why, though?
Because he was supposed to be this big splash signee and everything that you brought in. So why would you have him start putting people over and stay around in NXT?
That's the expectations of the fans. Like, you are making that up as your expectation for him. They could have signed him and said, he's just like Sean Spears. He's just like Ethan Page. We'll see where this goes. And again, keep in mind,
you look at that guy and you can tell he's more talented than that. You can't say you can't.
But he just came out of a feud. But it doesn't mean that. We feel that about Cross. Where's he working right now? Yeah.
WWE. So I'm just saying it until it happens.
Ricky's doing just fine. Like, it's this now. He's got to be everything now. Like, again, there's plenty going on with the World Championship. Ricky just came off of having a belt. Ricky's now going to take on Jasper. We'll see how that pans out, and we'll see where he goes from there. But yeah, I think Ricky's fine. I got no issue with Ricky. Not everybody can be at the top.
I understand that, but I think he's more walking down the mountain instead of climbing up it.
Fair enough. I mean, again, we're clearly, you see it different than I do, but he's doing just fine. He's only been in the company for, what are we looking at? 6 months, 7 months. So yeah, I'm again, patience is a virtue for wrestling fans. I like Briggs, but the booking for him was pretty stop and go. Yeah, he came out of that tag team, and again, he got a shot at Oba, and then it kind of went quiet. Ricky's a boss. Boston's with you.
I didn't say that, but I will agree with MDB if Jasper is above Briggs, period.
No, not at all. Jasper just got here. Briggs doing things. They got a lot of.
I don't care if a fucking rookie can beat up somebody on the depth chart.
Yeah, no, Briggs just got that big win here tonight as well. They're doing something with Briggs, so hold on tight with Briggs. I think they got. Remember, Briggs has some lineage to deal with as well, but I think. I mean, Jasper, other than showing up, having a good match with Oba, we'll see what Jasper can do. We'll see.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
Oh, we got Trick getting interviewed, and we should have clicked on this during the show. What's your thoughts on Nigel McGuinness versus Zack Sabre Jr.?
Who gives a fuck? That's what my thoughts are. I don't fucking care. Nigel can't wrestle. Nigel does boring matches. He couldn't even get a fucking good Nigel match out of Danielson. It's not good. And anybody that wants to, I get it. The nostalgia, fine. You want to throw it in, but then treat it like what it is. Because when people announced that Pat McAfee was going to wrestle, it was a big fucking problem. Well, Pat's a much better wrestler and in much better shape than Nigel McGuinness. So
I'll fucking fight you on that.
100% Pat's in better shape than Nigel. Nigel's half fucking broken and older.
So we're gonna
It's
do
not
like
even
a
close,
combine
bro.
test right now
It's
between
not
Nigel
even
and Pat
close.
McAfee. Nigel is far and away a better wrestler, and
Yeah, why? Because he can do some holds? Because of 20 years ago, 15 years ago, he used to do some stuff? He's a commentator now, and he's a broken wrestler. Pat's in much better physical human shape.
Pat has never been a wrestler. Pat was an NFL player. He's not
All I
going to have
said
a better
was
match
Pat's
than
in
Nigel.
better shape.
Right, and
That's
I'm not.
all
You
I
also
said.
mentioned that he's a better wrestler.
He's a more entertaining wrestler. That's for fucking sure. Nigel will make you go to fucking sleep in a heartbeat. Again, it's
I have Jasper Troy coming out. But I also, that to me, when they had the match, when they announced the match, I knew far and away that Nigel was winning it because you were going to set up Nigel versus Zack Sabre Jr.
And it's going to be boring.
Well, the match. Shut up. Let me finish my first talk before we start arguing about this match. We got to watch this match. But I already thought it was the Lee Moriarty and Nigel McGuinness and that whole match to set up the challenge for Zack Sabre Jr.'s New Japan World Championship. To me, was a ridiculous concept as it is. I already knew it was going to be Nigel. I like Nigel. Nigel's going to have a better match, especially than anything McAfee can do. And this is, and you know, I'm a McAfee guy.
Pat can move. Pat can run. Pat can jog.
Nigel's an actual wrestler, though.
Nigel is going to walk around and do fucking all. They're going to lay around the mat for 15 minutes.
They're going to do World of Sport wrestling. They're going to do technical wrestling and technical holds. They're going to do something different than that whole show.
I'm going to be smoking the fattest of fatties during that whole Nigel match. I can't wait for Nigel to get in the ring so I can go on fucking break.
100%. And I will love watching every second of those two guys.
If you were going into a fight right now and you needed backup, you're going to phone Pat McAfee before you phone Nigel McGuinness. Because
Nigel, we ain't going into a fight. We're going into a wrestling match.
Yeah, no.
If I'm going into a wrestling match, who am I training to be there with me? Nigel.
He's broken. And his match with Danielson sucked. Wasn't that a retirement match?
Not for both of them.
Fuck. Come on now.
Mom and dad are fighting.
Right? Come on.
I want dad and dad to stop fighting.
Let's be real, folks.
We can keep fighting about it, but I got Saints is just like having to do little brother, big brother shit here with Jasper Troy of just climbing on his back trying to choke him out.
Gotta fight like a small man. Ricky, 82%, 18 for Jasper.
Oh.
MDB, I'm not clicking on that shit.
Wait, what?
Right, Pat McAfee. Unless Nigel's bringing the Guinness, I'll take McAfee. Yeah, I mean, again, Pat's younger. Pat's in better shape. He's a better athlete. He was trained by Rip Rogers, you fucking psychopath people. You don't get it.
He's a Rip Rogers guy. Wait, no, that's another channel.
Nigel did an armbar in 1999. So
you are not going to stand there and act like Nigel McGuinness wasn't one of the best pro wrestlers in the world at one point in time.
When was Nigel one of the best wrestlers in the world? Are you nuts? When does he even make the top 50? Ever? When does he even come close?
There was not a time where Nigel McGuinness was over. So we just that whole Ring of Honor stuff, nothing. No, none of that. None of when he was in the same conversations with Bryan Danielson, with CM Punk.
No, he was the smoke break in Ring of Honor when all the other guys were doing cool shit.
No, that is disrespectful and sacrilegious to even say that.
So what? In 2025, I'd rather watch Pat. I'd rather watch Michael Cole wrestle.
I can almost, that's sensible almost halfway. We can have a discussion if you want to talk in 2025 right now of, who you'd rather see and all of that. But if we're talking as far as pro wrestlers.
We booked a match for 2025. I don't give a fuck what he did in 2002.
You're out there saying he was trash.
I was never a big Nigel McGuinness fan. And all the Ring of Honor, I've watched their entire fucking library. And it was never like, oh my God, I'm going to see more of this Nigel guy. He is what he is. I don't hate him, but I don't think he was a good grappler. And his matches are boring because Zach, they can't do any big spots because he's fragile.
He is not fragile.
He's not.
He is
He
no
didn't
more
sit at
fragile
home.
than Corey Graves.
Exactly. When was the last time Corey got in the ring? If you want to talk about Corey versus Nigel, we'll have that conversation.
We can have that conversation. Now, this is almost backing up my whole statement about Saints. We've talked all the way through this match to the point we're in a commercial break right now during this match because we've been talking about other things besides this match.
To argue about, then of course, well, Ricky's not.
Right. Well, I mean, if I'm going to, it fits the moment, sir.
Fuck out of Ricky right now.
There, I found a way for us to stop arguing. We'll just keep arguing after the stream. Fragile must be Italian.
Yeah, he's fragile.
You don't seem to understand, KJ. Nigel is all elite.
That's it. That's all it means. So the standard, the bar that people set are different. When people say, like I saw it in one of our group chats that we're with other content creators, and someone going on about like AEW's been killing in 2025 and WWE's been boring. That's a whole fallacy. It's bullshit. It's not true. Since All Out, AEW's been garbage. Before All Out, it wasn't great. But the problem becomes like it's a different level of measuring. So it's like they're doing really good for them. Pat them on the head. But they're killing it, but not good enough. Double standard.
Well, here, I remember the exact question that was brought up. I'll ask it and we can put it in the chat and everything, and we could do it as a poll. So as of right now, if you had to rewatch the year that was in 2025 of WWE or AEW, which one would you choose?
WWE. I've watched every minute of AEW and it's not been good. This idea, it's better than it was in 2024, but I sit here every week and I watch people give that show 4s and 5s and 6s and 4s. How many 8s have they had this year or above 7s? Maybe a handful. And I'm not basing it on my opinion. I'm basing it on a collective. I'm basing it on the polls we do. I'm basing it on the tickets they're selling or the analytics or the overall fucking mess of a show where there's no rhyme, no reason, all-star matches everywhere. If you sleep with somebody that Tony likes, you get the main event spot. That is my issue. That is, again, if I had to choose, overall, I've been more entertained by WWE than AEW. That's it.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, I would agree with that. I just got to click. I like this. Nick, calm down, brother. You're turning red. You're going to pop a blood vessel. Where's the... I know you were looking for it like the other night there was
I don't have it. Yeah.
The little clips in either. Well, there was the one to where I'm not going to have a coronary.
Yeah. Nick turned... Nick Aldis. There you go. Nick Aldis. Way better than Nigel.
I will give you that. I will give you that. There. See, we much like Team Canada and Team US, we've already reached a peace treaty before they get to theirs.
There you go. But Jasper, big body.
Samoan drop from Saints on to Jasper. And again, I do expect at some point Jasper's going to have that fall from grace kind of moment, or that kind of, he's been so hot out of the gate. He's going to have one of those of, all right, kid, now we're going to knock you down a little bit and see you build back up.
For sure. Again, Jasper's got Ricky by the throat. Been an okay match.
Well, what we've seen of it.
I've seen most of it.
Well, we've seen it. We haven't talked about it as we've been yelling.
And going back to this whole WWE, like, here's a perfect example. Last night's show, across the board, we got big numbers from the chat. When we put it up in a poll, good votes. We personally thought it was you gave it an 8, I gave it a 7.5. And then you see other people out there, it was boring, it was just filler. It's like no matter what they do, people will not give in. It was a good show last night, and I'm excited for Clash in Paris.
But that's why I think it was Anthony, the other Anthony, that brought it up in the chat or I could be mistaken, of IWC, I watch crap, of that's what it seems like the IWC will convince you of that's all they watch. Of they love wrestling, but they hate watch every second of it.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Spaz with another $5 super chat. The real test Would you rather see Osprey booked by Papa H or Rhea Ripley booked by Snowman Khan? Answer me honestly, boys in chat, please. Osprey by H.
It's so hard to kind of like. This is like, would you
What I'd rather see is Osprey by H.
You think so?
Yeah, because it'd be fucking something. We wouldn't do. I broke my neck. I'm back in 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah, that's true. My fear is Ripley goes over to AEW and Tony books one women's match a week, and then
that's the thing is it's which would you rather see? It's not which
I think I'd rather see Osprey.
Osprey getting booked by Hunter isn't going to be bad.
Yeah,
it's just the Saints gets to win.
Oh shit!
Saints looking more busted open than Yoshi was at the end of this match of getting the bruising.
Right. Ricky Saints. There you go. Yeah, I like it.
It made my argument completely invalid, but still.
What's that?
Oh, I said it made my argument invalid, but I also do think that Jasper Troy, he's somebody to watch in their developmental, in their NXT. He's the guy that could be the guy that takes the title off of Boba.
Absolutely. Well, Ricky with a big win. And again, as far as his mini feud coming out of losing the belt, goes over strong. Ouch. Ouch.
Random thought that popped into my head. Much like NXT, as we got Hank and Tank with Ava backstage, I'm sure you're appreciating No Naval.
She's getting better.
AEW did kind of what NXT does of had most of their shows in Daly's place, made that the hub of AEW, and then traveled sporadically. Do you almost think that would work better?
I think so. Because that now, because the Elegance brand in the building.
Right.
And Heather and Ash and the Iceman. Fuck you, Iceman.
I have beef with Iceman, we all know. But yes, I know that AEW can still draw a house and everything when they travel as is. But I almost think it might be one of those if you can book a bigger, like the venue that NXT's in tonight. If they've traveled regularly, I don't know if they would fill it the way that they filled it.
I agree with that. Like the fact that they have a home base and then when they leave, it's kind of cool and exciting. It helps, right? And I mean, again, we've seen, to Tony's credit, he stopped trying to fill arenas. Again, for the fans out there that make it feel like Tony did it because like they were packing arenas, but decided it was more intimate to do otherwise. Not the case. But in that being said, ultimately, I think that like the early days of AEW and having that loyal fan base that knows your people that are into your shit, it helped. It helped the overall environment. Now, when you go to some of these shows and they start getting quiet, it's a tougher show, and maybe it helps them sell more tickets to cities if you don't think they're readily available.
That's what I'm kind of thinking of. You put it on a bit of a restraint and all that. And I mean, there's some people that fell in love with AEW and kind of their fond memories of AEW was during when they were in the Daly's Place era. That's when Lockdown 2020 is when AEW really kind of caught its lightning in the bottle. So maybe if they return back to that of Daly's Place as our home base, then it becomes more of a centralized location. It becomes the mecca of AEW. And then once you start traveling you've been blessed, with the bit of, you get a little bit of Tony Khan in your city.
Well, I think you got a very good point with it. Like, and they handled being locked down way better than the Dub did. Like the Thunderdome.
They were in Florida. In Florida.
Right. And it was so sterilized, but they were smart. Like before the WWE did it, they just started putting their wrestlers in, like, if you got to come in and be quarantined, like the Ass Boys got over so big because they were like doing the social media shit. They were the loudest guys in the arena. They were like the biggest fans of those shows. And then finally, when lockdown eased up, people were jazzed to get these shows. I know MDB talks all the time about being in a packed house in Chicago. I have friends that went to a lot of big AEW shows where they were filling arenas. And I mean, I hope they get back to that and find a way back to that.
Right. Jose asking, have you ever been to Jacksonville? No, I have not. I expect a lot of Jaguars, but yeah, no. Were you just trying to like do the math of if you've been there?
I was trying to figure out if I had been to Jacksonville or not. I've been close, but
well,
not...
I know Jose's out there in Florida, so give us, I guess, the scoop on Jacksonville as I'm skipping by everyone that's talking shit still about Nigel in the chat, by the way.
Listen, it's so funny. Like, I'm sure I like Nigel. That's the best part.
No, you fucking hate him. You fucking hate him.
It's such a double standard. It's such a fucking double standard.
Out of the well, here's where I will bridge the Terabithia here with you, I guess. I thought the options that they gave that was going to challenge Zack Sabre Jr., New Japan's world champion right now, with your partnership with this Forbidden Door. Your options are Lee Moriarty, Nigel McGuinness, and I can't even remember the other two in the match because they were that much of. It was a Ring of Honor.
I remember match. Too, but
for a New Japan for the IWGP World Title and everything. Yeah. So it's one of those. I'll at least take that it's going to be Nigel in the UK. Of it's something that'll be at least the best of it. If we would, it was Daniel Garcia. If we would have gotten like Daniel Garcia versus Zack Sabre Jr., I would be losing my fucking shit over that.
Yeah.
For the IWGP World Championship, for the New Japan World Championship.
I'd rather Daniel. I'd rather Garcia or Hichichero.
Or Lee Moriarty. So you would rather, so Nigel to you was the last person that you thought should have won that match.
Yes. He is a broke. Listen,
you hate British wrestling. You hate
I don't like
New Japan.
Wrestler.
You hate Nigel McGuinness. You hate Zack Sabre Jr.
You're acting like he's an active wrestler who, when he gets in the ring, is smooth and crisp and like you're acting
better
like
than the three names
no,
mentioned.
He's not. You're telling. Listen, if Nigel McGuinness in 2025 is better than Daniel Garcia, Daniel Garcia should retire. But Daniel Garcia can move. Like Michael J. Fox used to make movies. We don't watch, we don't do that anymore because things change. And Nigel McGuinness is slow, old, and broken down. Daniel Garcia, Hichichero,
so your dream match for the New Japan World Championship.
This is a dream match.
At Forbidden Door, where we're selling that we actually have a great partnership, is Zack Sabre Jr. versus Hichichero.
So it's better. It's better to have an old broken guy in.
Yes, it is. Because it's a fucking name. Because it's somebody that'll draw. It's something that'll be entertaining.
Maybe they get Jesse Ventura out here. Maybe we can dig up Hogan, see if he wants to go one more. Like, how about Ric Flair, Nick? Ric Flair used to be great.
We woo on a pole match. There we go.
Like, that's the problem I'm having, as we do have Blake and Jordan up next in face-to-face. But that's my thing is, I'd rather a young, vibrant Daniel Garcia give me a solid match with Zack Sabre Jr. than Nigel coming off the bench, coming out of the nursing home. Too soon. On that note, I'm running away.
I missed the whole last sentence of what you said because I was laughing about this. Skip the Nigel comment, but still talking about Nigel. Stop using KJ's Wednesday rage on this.
Right. Oh, we got Jordan with a mic, and I will be right back. Y'all think about Nigel McGuinness.
Yeah, he's gonna grace us with his absence instead of with his presence.
I can't get this man to cheer at all for Wendy Chu, but Nigel McGuinness, we're gonna.
Exactly. He's got to go get his rage restored here.
Yeah, I got to go take a breath, calm myself.
Right. As I got Jordan Grace right now on my screen, KJ is warming up for tomorrow. Well, then don't worry. It's going to be a different Wednesday when it's me out here on Wednesday Dynamite instead of KJ next week. So, yeah, you can tune in for all of that fun. Nick is wildly inconsistent. Absolutely. Did you expect something different? I'm sorry you expected more. Nigel was a pioneer. Yes, he was, Mr. Quake.
A fucking pioneer. He came over with the Mayflower.
Listen here, Voice Beyond. I can't start fighting ghosts. This is not the fucking Conjuring. I don't have a Ouija board or anything. This is not Phasmophobia. I don't have a fucking spirit box. I can't fight the ghost beyond. When I take my whole pause, you can do your whole diatribe about everything. Why does Grace sound like I shouldn't have clicked on that. because women have different voices, much like how men have different voices. How about that, Boston? Bailey or Becky Lynch? Ooh. Right now, I want Bailey to win that feud. And very interesting of, are we getting Hugger Bailey or Twisted Hugger Bailey? Are we getting, Joker, I am the one who laughs Bailey? I will ask everyone, how do we feel about the Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe thing of, we already had the awkward segment with Blake. We've done the whole, and I'm not saying I feel this way, but we've had the whole body shaming thing that everybody crashed out about on Twitter of, it's just, are we into it? Are we not into it? It's, I want to see the match, but it's felt like it's had this awkwardy kind of start to the feud. But let me know if I'm wrong, which is probably the case. As Blake Monroe's out here with all the security and the contracts. Nick is wrong again. Thanks. See, like I said, as is per usual with you people. You people. What do you mean, you people? Michael, awesome stream video, and great show. Well, thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Not the rage from the great beyond. Yeah, getting Galactus out here fucking still showing up. The omnipresent, omnipotent KJ White. Jordan Grace for the win. Well, this is going to be a match at Heatwave. So, getting the predictions in early. Grace has to... See, Grace feels like, to me, she's on the opposite end of the Ricky Saints, spectrum here. Of one of those, I will book you to win, and so you just move along and all of that, versus you're putting people over. Does she put Blake Monroe over with this? Oh, or is Jordan again long for NXT? Oh, I didn't realize how tall Blake Monroe is more than Jordan Grace. Like, Blake's like trying not to stand fully upright to point out that she's like a foot fucking taller than this woman. Blake looking good. Kareem, what up? Nick, I'd back you up, but two people being wrong won't help anything. Thanks, Spaz. Appreciate that. Vortex Bailey versus Becky freaking Hogan. Becky's the mid-card champion, but she's still Hogan. Dale out there fawning over Blake Monroe. Klaatu, not a fan of Jordan Grace. Why? Am I wrong? And I'm looking at this situation, and I obviously have the volume turned down a little bit, obviously, so we don't get in trouble with the YouTubes. I'm not seeing the crowd moving. Everyone just kind of seems like they're watching like a silent picture film here with this. Is this the feud that needs to be happening? Are we behind it? And again, I'm sure KJ will probably, are you kidding me? You didn't hear this? It was amazing. I don't know. I'm looking at the crowd, and I'm seeing people, look more at their nachos than they are at, caring about what's being said in the ring right now. Bro, what is this? Say, thank you, Abe Jobson. I don't know if that's exactly the backing that I need to have from you, but I appreciate it. As Jordan's taken out all the security, spine bust, she can still just go right at Blake Monroe. Like, she's right there, but I'd rather beat up the security guard as he just does the chicken shit runoff. She's way too mannish, Nick. I'm sorry you don't like buff chicks then. I don't know what to tell you. Different strokes for different folks. I'll say that. If I'm going to question your judgment, don't question Jonathan Grisham, I guess. This segment is not great. Thank you. I was out here making sure I wasn't just off in my own little void here. But that's Blake Monroe's kind of 0 for 2, 0 for 3 now, right now. Maybe I actually just made that. We'll see. Great minds. Great minds. That was a bad segment. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not alone as I got Fatal Influence out here. Fallon Henley, though. My God. Old-time settlers used to fight wars over people that looked like Fallon Henley. There used to be disputes and duels over Fallon Henley. Zari and Soul. Oh. There are so many good women's wrestlers and women's tag teams even just in NXT, just waiting to fucking bubble up to the top here. But we got Fatal Influence coming out right now. We're into the back. Oh, and is this the most reference of the Speed title we've ever seen, or especially since they've been on hiatus? Trust me, I've seen a couple content creators and a couple other people that'll just be on hiatus, but Speed's on a hiatus as we are in a commercial right now. But so WWE Speed no survives, but we have one part of Team Elegance out there trying to stir the pot between Fatal Influence and Zaruka. But we are almost an hour through NXT. So how we feeling so far as now we finally go fully to commercial break as the voice beyond changes and things. Nick, you mispronounced Jasmine Inks when you said Fallon Henley. No, my guy. My guy. Different strokes. See again with the whole Jordan Grace talk and everything. Different strokes for different folks and all of that. I've been out there. I still want me a Fallon Henley, Mickie James tag team. But yeah. Kalani Parker, no. NXT started off strong, but slowly falling off. What is it? Just that last segment that really kind of slow it down. Slow it way down. Jada Jordan. Jada Jordan sounds more fitting because does WWE have a habit of we got to use the same letter for the first and last name? Rhea Ripley, Roman Reigns. We do a Jada Jordan. Kind of feel Braun Breaker. But Soul Rook is the real treasure of the whole segment. It wasn't about the segment. It was about the friends we made along the way. It was when a woman beating up 5 men at once, that's when it fell off a cliff. Boston, I don't think that that's an issue. I mean, they're security guys. They're jobbers. They're not supposed to be, exactly the toughest of the toughest. I mean, as I feel, I've run across a security guard or two. I mean, depending on the venue that you're at, they're either gonna fucking rock your day or they're guys that are just in your way. So I don't think it's fully unbelievable. To me, it's more of the back and forth. The promos weren't getting any reactions. The whole segment, the whole core of the feud feels kind of rotten. So it's just more spreading to the surface a little bit now. WWE thinks they're Stan Lee. How so? I haven't heard one person yell out Excelsior. Alliteration Salesnik, 100%. Jordan Grace could have win at Heatwave. Yes, she could. Yes, she could. That segment needed physicality. You got physicality. According to Boston, you got physicality in the wrong way, which you're not exactly wrong with, especially when it's the go-home show. But what was it? It was Triple H, and was it Austin? Yeah, it was Triple H and Austin to where they had the feud of they couldn't actually touch each other. So then, Austin would stun, Stephanie and shit like that, or Hunter would, pedigree somebody else, all of this of just little things to get at each other where they can't touch each other. If they made that a stipulation or part of the contract agreement, and if they did, I missed it, but that's a way you can get out of that if you don't have that physical altercation before the match. Titles, what? I missed NXT women tag titles. we got to figure out the women's tag titles as they are right now before we start adding more women's tag titles. Trust me, Tony might get you covered on that. We've still been waiting on. He needs to somehow have more women on the roster before he can announce or add the women's tag team titles. But I got Javon Evans backstage right now. That Scene Money, what up, my guy? That segment needed a big helping of not boringness, but instead we all overdosed. There you go. That was a unique way to put that, but shout out Scene Money. My upstate New York brethren. Does Javon win this and Javon challenges Oba? Because I feel like that's a match we haven't. I feel like we've seen Trick Oba a few times. We haven't seen too many Javon Obas. Is this a time to where you pull the trigger on a Javon? As Javon's pointing out, if he's trying to be the face to Trick, if he's trying to be the face to brands, trying to be a rapper, he's not focused fully on this. I am. If Oba loses the title, is he long for NXT or is he moving up towards the main roster? I know I keep bringing this up all night of certain people moving to the main roster, but Oba's lost it once briefly. Does he lose it again completely? As I have the Elegance is out right now. Somewhere Anthony's losing his mind. Lyra, what? Big Tony K with the Wrestling Days avatar shout out. Nick, to answer you, James Chadwick was someone who harassed people on Days' stream. Fair enough. I don't know who that is or what question I asked, but there you go. Information to be had. Javon wins over to the main roster. Klaatu, see, good minds, great minds, great minds. So great, so big. Yeah, I could see that. And Javon is the guy that feels like the NXT crowd will just really get behind. If he's got that, dare I say, and I know MDB is going to hit me on it, does he have a Sami Zayn kind of vibe to him a little bit of one of those of we just want to cheer for the kid. He's the young whippersnapper, the upstarter and everything. And he's already kind of climbed the mountain here. Does he got that Darby Allin, that Sami Zayn in him? You just want to cheer for him. Oba has to be moving up soon, right? Well, speaking of moving up or moving on to the east side.
Right.
How you doing, sir? How do you feel and I know I've mentioned a lot of people moving up to the main roster.
Yeah, everybody.
Well, all right.
Everybody. We don't need any help.
Does Javon win at Heatwave? Well, does Javon win tonight? Does Javon win at Heatwave? Then what do you do with Oba?
If Oba loses the belt, he has to be going up, I imagine. I don't know how much more he could do if he loses the belt. He's not going to go for a North American title. Are you going to give him an offshoot story to kind of put someone over as matches in the referee stripes, by the way, guys?
Stripes never look so good.
But yeah, I mean, it would be very interesting. The question becomes with the NXT talent is where do you put them? I saw a lot of talk about the last segment with Blake and Jordan, and this is where people need to understand the difference between WWE and other companies. See, in AEW, Blake was number 2 on the depth chart. She was at the top. People said it was insulting to even send her to NXT, but that segment there proved that both of them aren't ready for the main roster.
Fair, okay, all right, fair enough. All right, I wasn't sure if you were going to come back and be like, "Are you kidding me? You missed them cheering." All right, so no, I wasn't off my.
That's twice as bad. Yeah, they both suck with the mic.
Yeah, so but is that whole feud just sunk now at this point? Like,
no, because and I saw some people wanted like the physicality, but no, you don't get the payoff. You don't get to touch the challenger. Like everybody wants, like Jordan really wants to beat up Blake, and Blake's not letting it happen until she has to, and I think that's perfect writing.
Yeah, but it's still one of those
No.
of when I'm beating up the security guard and I can turn and literally look at you unprotected from anybody, and I turn and look at the security guard and beat the security guard. That's
because
one
you're
thing.
clearing the ring. Like, I don't know. I mean, that to me falls under nitpicking.
I don't care.
Like,
I bet you by
again,
the time
if you
he gets to
grab
me,
her,
I can get to you.
so she turns around, grabs Blake just to get pulled off. I mean, again, it's storytelling. You got to remember, like, Jackie Chan didn't really beat up 50 people all at once in one room. You know, there's some.
Don't you disrespect Jackie Chan like this? You already have disrespected Nigel McGuinness.
Like, at the end of the day,
Jackie Chan. We've established now. AJ hates veteran fighters.
Let's be real. Like, let's be smart about this. The idea that the fact that Blake keeps dodging her, it makes you want to see the fight. The promos are not it right now.
But they make you don't want to see the fight.
Yeah, like, they're not doing the best, but it does prove that when people sign from AEW or TNA or somewhere else, they're not just shoo-ins to run to the top of the chart. Those are exceptions, not rules.
Yeah, wait. So you're telling me that Big Trouble in Little China was all work? It was all kayfabe?
Yes, a little bit.
Jackie Chan out there ain't kicking all those asses and everything. He wasn't Bruce Leroy out there in them streets. And Jackie Chan over Nigel.
And security guards look like complete fucking assholes all the time. But we'll go back and you watch China beat up 15 fucking security guards. We've watched fucking person after person. Jordan's billed as that type of wrestler. That's why she beats up 5 men, because she's the juggernaut. Like,
well, and your security guards are sent to be your little pipsqueaks and everything. They're your local enhancement talents of Christ. There's still the whole clip that's been going around of Samoa Joe pinning MJF to the wall. And now you look at MJF and he's shredded like fucking Swolverine.
Oh, shit. Iceman distracting Fallon. What's interesting, because Fatal Influence becomes the babyface right here. Oh, Masha gets rid of the Iceman, though.
There you go. Well, I guess it's like a hockey ejection here of, you got rid of one player, so I got to get rid of 2 players here.
Right.
But yeah, the Iceman goes, I got to go. So I'll go put myself on ice here for a minute.
Facts. Yeah, I mean, there you go. Yeah, no, I mean, at the end of the day, there is a bit of, extending that imagination and taking it to places that, again, realistically wouldn't ever play out. I mean, you can't really kick somebody in the face and have them get up and do 7 other moves to you. So we get it. I mean, again, if we're going to get that particular about, kind of how things are booked, then we got a tough spot. But ultimately, Blake and Jordan have had a couple segments now that have not gone well. And for anyone out there that wants to, see, Blake's a bust or they're ruining her. No. Just she used to be one of the best in a company. Now she's lower, much lower on the depth chart. There's a lot of women. Like, when you have a company that basically is built around their women's division around Toni Storm, and you had Mariah May as her main challenger, yeah, there you go. They did some good shit. But now you see her inexperience. Now you see, and she's going to be fine. She will be on the main roster one day. She will have championships one day. But right now, she's still learning. She's still developing. And again, that's why people don't just sign from, AEW and jump right to the main roster unless there's an exception, like a Penta. Again, you're not going to, different reasons. He's been around for how many years? We kind of saw it with MCMG. There are exceptions. Nick had a snap moment. I don't know. Did he? Gorilla greater than Nigel. Let's go. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah, it feels like a bit of an underthought. I mean, it is like you got all this shit going on with Fatal Influence and JC and the TNA title, and Masha's here, and the Elegance brand's here, and others, and Lash Legends beating up Nia Jax as well as she could. So there's so much going on with the women. Blake and Jordan might not have been the best introductory thing, because now my fear for the booking is, where do we go? No matter who wins this one, it's going to cause an issue with the fans as far as, well, Jordan should have went over. Jordan was going to be champ. Blake should have went over. They're ruining her. Lash, younger. It's the theme of the day. When you get more than one woman segment, your stuff doesn't sound and feel special if it's actually flat. Yeah, right. I mean, again, if it's like, and you've seen this a lot, MDB and anyone else out there, it's like when you have a top prospect who just lit up the minors or college or junior or whatever you want to call it. But they're out there in AAA ball, just fucking striking guys out left, right, and center. And then they get called up to the big leagues, and all of a sudden they're throwing up beach balls that are getting pancaked out of the building. That is what this is you've just got called to the big leagues, and your shit's not quite as good as it looked. Everybody loves you. The people that knew you, when you were in the minor leagues, when you were trying to get developed, yeah, they were like, fuck, they were so good. What happened? They got to figure it out. Even with, guys like on my team, like a guy like Vladdy, it took him a couple of years to kind of get his shit together to really kind of round into the player that he's become. That's kind of what we're seeing here with some of the talent of, they don't just come over and, I mean, how long have we been watching Lexus King trying to figure his shit out? Ricky Starks, again, we love Ricky Starks. Big fan of Ricky Starks. I like what Ricky Starks is doing. Big win tonight. But he went from a world where we thought he could be one of the best to a world where, fuck, well, Ricky's not going to fight Roman. Ricky's not going to fight Seth Rollins yet. Maybe one day, but not today. Your fastball ain't hitting like it was in the minors. Got to learn some new pitching technique. That's it. You got to learn how to pitch smarter. Especially, you see the guys that come in and they got mean heat. It doesn't take long for that to get kind of pulled away. Now, the other side of that coin is you see it all the time with college football. Like, you got guys that fucking eat up college, and then they get drafted and they can't figure it out. Where's Manziel? Last time I seen Manziel, he was in Montreal. See, shit happens. Knuckleballer. Knuckleballer. It also depends on the matches they have scheduled, too. Facts. Now, the thing with Blake and Jordan is the match should be really good. And they need it to be really good. Right? But you got Soul, you got Zarya. You just saw Julia go up. People are mad about Julia's booking, but Julia's young. I mean, it takes time. So there's a lot of that happening right now around the WWE. There's so much depth that you get bypassed super quick. Look what happened to Cora Jade, right? Cora went from, oh my God, she's winning everything, to injured to out the company. That's how competitive it is. As Ash breaks it up. Masha trying to keep control. We got chaos. Oh, out goes Fallon and Jasmine. Pretty fun match with this one. Who would make the title more prestigious, Okada or Swerve Strickland Continental title? Swerve. I mean, Okada, and I stand on this, and if anybody can correct me, I'll listen. I have not seen a good Okada match in AEW. Not one. So, give the belt to Swerve. Make that belt important. Make that belt feel like it matters, and make Swerve feel bigger than you have made him feel. Swerve could be so much greater than he is right now in that company. And that's I really like the guy. But everybody kicking everybody. There goes M. Oh, there goes Fallon. There goes M. On the table, a hard-hitting ladies match. Masha distracted. Oh. Rarefied air from Ash. Masha, slow to the count. Kick out, kick out, kick out. Let's go. How we doing, folks? How you doing out there? Keep it coming. 53% of the chat took Fatal Influence, I do believe. I might have misread that, actually. Oh, elegance, slight edge to elegance. And oh, JC. And there you go. Masha has to count the 3 for JC, and JC steals the win. Julia US's title is basically, it has been. I really agree with that, Anthony, and they got to figure that out. I agree with that, but I'm not that worried about it because I believe in Julia. I believe. This is a 5-star match. It's a good match. It was fun. And I know why you said it, but I'm going to play it off. I'm used to that. I have very strong opinions in the fact that I can back them up. All the channel asks is you make sense with your statement. Yeah, okay. Yes, that's pretty accurate. Again, as long as you keep it respectful, we'll take any opinion. Fuck, Nick and I just spent 50 minutes yelling at each other over Ricky Starks and Nigel McGuinness. Oh, Masha and Ash not happy. Now they got to team up on Sunday. And do they get those belts? Or at least one of them. WWE will expose weaknesses. Yeah, but not intentionally, right? I think that's what you're saying, that, again, if you got to sink or swim. Here's a guy, Charlie Dempsey. Kendall Gray. So Charlie and Kendall are in some tunnel. I want to see the original comment of Paul. Dun, dun, dun. When I only come here, I can voice my opinion with facts and back it up in hate and not get my damn head ripped off for having an opinion. I like it here. Well, you came to the right place, AM. And again, I listen, I've dealt with it a lot. I get pissed off. There's other content creators out there that, they block you, shut you down, tell the world you're an idiot, the minute you disagree with them or you don't see it the way they see it. And that's not how it should be. I'm not always right. And I don't want to be. I want other people to convince me otherwise. Like Okada. Okada's not had one good match. Someone might have a good Okada match. All right, but we got Chelsea Green. We got Ethan Page. It looks like we get some peace talks coming up. Bum, 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 bum. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Appreciate the kind words, sir. And that's all we ask is we go to a commercial break right now. We're getting the advertisement for Canelo and his fight coming up. But the show rolls on, folks. I will take a second to remind everybody, go get your merch. Go get your swag. We got more coming your way. I actually did some work. We're working on pants. Anybody like track pants? We're working on some sweatpants for everybody. Jackets might be a thing. Travel mugs might be coming soon. So we're working on a bunch of stuff. Exciting times at the merch store. We're going to take some stuff down. So if there's anything you like there now, get it while it's still here. And we're working on some stuff behind the scenes with the store as we might be moving it elsewhere, but it will still be readily available. But all that being said, get your merch. Become a member of the WFU. Forget the IWC. Use the hashtag WFU on all your posts. And again, don't forget, we are here on Sunday. We will be here for not only Forbidden Door, but we will be here for Heatwave all day long on Sunday. We start at 11 a.m. We don't know when we're going to stop. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a marathon, and it's going to be a good time. As always, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Looking forward to it. We got crazy times coming up. Make sure you click that little bell or pay attention closely. The next 2 Mondays, we're going live at 2:30. This Monday coming, we're in Birmingham. Friday, we're going early. We're in Dublin. The Friday after that, we might be at the regular time. We'll stay tuned. Click that little bell. Follow all our socials. We'll make sure you know when we are going live. But you're going to see some fun stuff over the next 7 to 8 days here on the channel. So don't miss out on that. It's going to be a crazy week or a crazy couple weeks. And we got lots coming your way, of course. This weekend, NXT and Forbidden Door. Next weekend, we come back with Clash in Paris. So much to talk about, so much to get into. And again, nothing but a good time. And don't forget, Dynamite tomorrow, our weekly dose of hopium, where we all sit around and wait for a good Dynamite. Go home show. Osprey will call out Moxley and so much more. So be there, folks.
Do I come back on the crazy now? Is that what I was waiting for the moment and everything? I was like, do I come back on the crazy? Well, you're reminding me of I need to go and get re-up on my, asterisk K, all of that, and Meltzer shirts and everything like that, because I've worn it so much, it's starting to get, when you get those shirts and they start to get their own little woolly bullies and everything, because you worn it too much, it's getting worn out there. I need to re-up on my Wrestling for Life merch.
Right. I like the suggestions for merch. Yeah, but I agree, man. Like, we got more coming. But
we have a sponsor.
We did raise, like, I don't know what it was, like, not a lot, but we raised a few bucks for literacy out there. So we made the world a better place by saying fuck Meltzer.
There we go. But yes, and also I see all the vape pens and the ashtrays.
Yeah, this one is doable, the real doable, but there are some new items coming soon. But yeah, I mean that
I wanted to hold out and get a sponsorship with that, because that's
we actually should
the bucks there. Yeah, well, this is where I like that we're classified as a Canadian brand or a Canadian company instead of a US one. See, we've crossed that. We found the VPN of business deals when it comes to shit like that.
Beer cozies, ashtrays would be interesting.
Oh, you want just a woolly, like a Brillo pad of a cozy with KJRI's beard on the side of it?
I want toques. We need toques.
Now, you'd have to explain that for those who don't live on the very tip of the Northeast. They don't understand what you say with toque. Right? They're like, what the fuck is this man speaking?
Right? They're like, full of a toque? What? Frito?
No, they think of that as a toxic AEW account, but I digress.
It's definitely a toxic one. Bitch, please. Beard oil would be fucking
right. We need a beard sponsorship. Again, we need the Manscaped deal. So go and hashtag all of them. But explain to the people, as I got the sunny Philadelphia coast, I guess, or where are we with this? We're on a beach somewhere, but explain to people who don't know. The uninitiated, what is the toque?
It's just a winter hat, a woolly winter hat, often knitted. But yeah.
Often knitted, often imitated.
Well, here we go. We're setting up the Canadian US Peace Summit.
See, I had to make sure we had to have dual representation on the channel from both sides here.
Right. How about a CD of KJ singing "Oh Canada"? Nobody wants that Klaatu. Trust me. My country. I have to leave the country.
Do you want that, or do you want a Big Nick mixtape of me singing, Big Nick's greatest hits of singing Creed and all of that?
T-Money. Toque. It's actually TOQUE.
Yes.
The toque you're referring to is just an internet piece of shit.
Well, they didn't know that. There was.
I'm just helping. I'm helping define things differently. Sorry.
I'm learning.
That's all. Just letting you know.
Well, there you go. Well, Josh Gordon Shumway out there on Twitch. I missed the TV show Alf. I feel like they should bring it back. It was Booker T's favorite TV show growing up. Well,
Alf was good,
I was not an Alf guy. We're not in pog form.
I don't know. Can you do Alf in these days? Like he likes to eat cats. Is that like a Democrat
Could you do
thing?
Jackass in 2025?
It depends.
But tables.
Oh, the Herv has chucked the table so nobody can go through it.
Oh, they are followers. They are believers in the laws of wrestling.
Yeah. Alicia Atuk. It's funny because she's Canadian. I'm sure she gets worn like a Atuk.
Oh.
She's all about that.
She's a big fan of Max's head.
Yeah, being on the head.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but this is actually really cool though, and this is to me a nice way to introduce Tyra May Steele and everything, of former Olympic gold medalist, I believe, and you've also got Tavion, who's out there competing in the Olympics and everything. So you get the reintroduction of Tavion post quarter pounder with Catch Crew, and you've also got the way to debut the other initial winner of LFG with Tyra May Steele. And she's in there with Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. You put them in there with two vets that can go.
Yeah. And Anthony was here last Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So yeah, we had kind of talked about the idea that like Tavion comes in with this wrestling, this amateur background, who could help her, and Tyra fits the bill, right? So she's trying to, I think she might end up being more heelish than babyface, But right now, they got a good couple veteran heels to really get these two young folks over. Tavion takes the belt from Ethan, and actually, Nick, guess what Ethan does?
What?
He goes up.
He goes up. He goes up
He
to
might
the
go
main
up before the
roster.
other two.
He's moving on up to the east side. Well, there
Right.
was the rumor of it was him or Saints that could be up there with the Vision.
Right. That's interesting.
Well, we expect it. It's always the curse of NXT.
Elfie Cats, he did.
When are you going to sit there and you expect someone to move up? Of it's like seeing the G League, the practice team of you expect somebody to get called up.
Yeah, it's funny. Like again, yeah, you kind of see when that person's kind of at that level where they start. You're like, shit, they're ready. They're ready. You know, when is the kettle boiled? When is the whistling a whistling? Now that's aging me. Yeah, the kettles used to whistle, young folk. But yeah.
No, you just. It's so funny because I'm like, I'm a little teapot.
Oh yes, let's go. Gable Stevenson felt rushed, among other things.
Yeah, well, and it was very weird as a Bills fan because we signed him for a hop, skip, and a jump as potentially a defensive lineman, and then he went to the next defunct thing of the Hogan, freestyle wrestling. Is that now just dead in the water? Literally,
That's
pun
a good
intended.
question. Does that is Eric continuing that project?
It wasn't selling to fucking begin with, but now your main attraction, your main draw, your main pitch to potential investors is literally dead.
True. But for some fans, is it better or worse?
Then what? Paint drying? Watching clouds pass over?
His presence and absence.
Is his absence better than his presence? Yes. What?
Yo, did I straight up serious question?
Mm-hmm.
I saw on Twitter today twice, and I didn't click on it because I try to avoid clickbait at all costs. But it was saying that rumors were that Hogan was potentially killed by somebody.
What in the Alex Jones did you just present to me?
Yeah, who the fuck?
It was the secret society, the cauliflower, society. The mafia just took him out there.
Yeah, like what happened?
He was speaking too many truths, brother.
Right,
brother.
The fucking Hillary Clinton crew took out another one.
Oh Jesus. Folks, I will remind everyone KJ is Canadian on the channel.
Canadian. I don't know any better.
Right. As speaking of, this is probably the most peaceful, and it's not exactly peaceful, but it's still the most peaceful conversation this side of the Canadian border here going on.
Well, it's definitely peace talk. So they're minding their cool. It's a bit boring. I'm gonna be honest. Similar to the other talking segment we had tonight.
Is it one of those you followed a talking segment with a talking segment? So now
we had a match.
We did?
We just had a match.
Oh, yeah, we had the next woman tag match. That was my pause. So I'm coming back from talking segment to talking segment.
Tavion has to get to the point. Yeah, little going around to get to where he needs to go.
But this is how you learn. This is this is still supposed to be developmental as much as it is a third brand. It's that weird, which is it? But these are, if you're going to get Tavion and Tyra May Steele over, these are two people that you can very much put them against that are almost Teflon, can take an L and still keep ticking. And they're going to be good enough and valid enough that they can help put you over. And now you've got to test them on the microphone.
That's it. And I think that's very much what we talked about when you took your pause about, like, Blake and Jordan are trying to figure out how to be on such a big stage.
We have people on this side too, but hashtag Canadians, hashtag Putin.
No.
What, you don't like Putin?
Oh, poutine. Sorry, my bad.
What did you think? We all now need to know. What did you read?
Well, drop a letter and you're pretty fucking close. We're not hashtagging that motherfucker right now. but not on the channel. But yeah.
No. Well, and we won't do any thumbnail artists and
Right.
everything like that, saying and shit like that. Yeah. So what now, Tyra?
There you go. Poutine's so good. Let's go.
Yeah, but that is the ultimate flex that we haven't seen since like Kurt Angle of like, take a look at this. This is goddamn gold medal, bitch. Like, fuck your titles, fuck this, fuck that.
Right.
This is a goddamn gold medal. This means I am the best in the world. Top flight security in the world, Craig.
Right. Put there. I'm okay with it. Chelsea trying to save the segment. Even it clearly it's like two adults talking to two kids right now.
Well, yeah, this very much. I don't know if this is, you're looking at, millennials versus Gen Z, or is this, two kids that got pulled into the principal's office here?
Right. I mean, there's passion in the kid. He's great athletically.
He's super talented in the ring.
And if he doesn't do promos, he will never get good at them. So we're gonna go through some muddy ones.
And you want to be the big dog, you gotta cut a promo.
Poutine Tang. I like that's hilarious. Pootie pie. Poutine pie.
Whoa. As Ava's out here.
Oh, Ava's about to book a match.
Tag team match. Holla.
This Sunday.
At Heatwave. See, you and I literally had this discussion before we went live.
Really?
Of do you do Tavion versus Ethan for the North American title one-on-one, and then maybe you get to the tag match, or do you start tag match and would they jump into Heatwave? And sure as shit, they did.
Yeah. But yeah, Ethan, Chelsea, they're so coordinated that you could definitely put them both on the main roster together and double ankle lock. Shout out Kurt Angle.
Yeah, but you could very much see of Ethan and Chelsea were the professionals in this segment with two people who aren't used to being in this moment, because even right there with the double pump into the ankle lock, you could see them. All right, let's let them get set up. We'll time it a bit so they can go. It looks like, again, like even during the talking segment, like they're working to try and still help them versus it's that clean back and forth.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah,
Miles
no,
Bourne and
100%.
Saints.
What's that?
I was just saying we got Miles Bourne and Saints on the screen out in the fucking the bell tower. What the fuck is this?
I love that Lexus King has this shirt, like 1984 called. I mean, it matches the gimmick, but I remember that shirt.
Bro, I don't know if he's trying to do 80s hair metal or riffraff, but they're both kind of hitting the same.
Right. Cross going to Wrestle Pro. The only thing I will caution people about is I know they started announcing dates and stuff for Cross and Scarlett appearances and such. Remember, those dates and such disappear very quick when a contract gets signed. So, yes, we're good right now, but we've seen it with others getting yanked from shows.
But again, is it one of those, if you want to go full down the rabbit hole of, what the did he just mace this man in the face?
Oh, great. Now he's deaf and blind. That's not nice.
What sense does he have left? But it very much could be one of those of, we'll let you have these little fan conventions. You make the con appearances and everything like that. We'll sell this as fully. You're gone. And then it's all been appearance bookings. There's not been a match announced.
I'm very concerned in the sense of I kind of wanted Cross to stay around for that reason, but seeing, like, again, I think the wrestling fans, as mad as they get, prove the company correct. It goes back to that Triple H promo of, what are you going to do? Go home and tweet about it?
I'm going to go home and tweet about it.
Right? Like, they know, like, they're not dumb. These are grown-ass businessmen who, like, oh yeah, some internet nerds are going to freak out for a week and a half, maybe, and then we'll move on with our next business. Like, again, I don't know you know, for whatever reason, maybe it was like the promo pissed people off. Or again, we got to remember we only have one side of the story, and there's three sides to every story. And we don't know what the full story is. Maybe Cross was frustrated, so he was being a dick. Maybe they pushed him out because he was being a dick.
But
We
also,
don't
I
know.
hope against hope, though, that this is the work. Like, that's more of my
Yes.
thing on it.
Oh,
Is that
yes.
I want it to be to where this all works out in the end. We all get the fairy tale, the happy ending kind of thing. Of this is all. I would rather look the fool and have the wool pulled over my eyes than this still be this back and forth of it's completely he's gone, and we're trying to hope that the internet can save him and all of this. It's one of those like almost pull the band-aid off at this point.
Right. Good heat for Lexus. Yeah, I like it. I mean, again, I think Miles has proven that he can go. Miles is kind of an inspirational story. I saw somebody, Big One. What name can I call you other than Big One? Big One. But let me know. Let me know.
Icy.
Icy. That's a good choice.
Yeah, he's got the fucking avatar out there making me out
Right.
there, you know, thirsting for a Slurpee. Pause.
Right. He liked it. Somebody had said, would Vince McMahon use Miles Bourne hearing impairment in a storyline? I think Vince had a tendency, not always, but if you had something like a hearing impairment or something, he kind of made it more of a comedy thing, not an inspiration. Like, he often didn't, you know, he rather book Eugene.
I mean, for crying out loud, is it bad taste to say that Vince would make it a tone deaf segment?
Probably in a lot of ways,
especially with him being hearing impaired, all of that. It's one of those. I mean, they kind of amplified Cody's lisp and everything for a bit. They did the whole. They made his brother Dustin have a Tourette's, a fake Tourette's gimmick. Like, Vince is one of those. If we can get any sort of kind of old school physical comedy,
yeah,
we'll get it out of there. He was probably a big fucking Jim Carrey fan.
Oh,
it's all
yeah,
physical comedy.
Loves a good old fart joke. Can't help it, right?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Somebody just where is it? Oh, this killed me. Big gulps, eh? All right, see you later. Classic. Pun intended. What was the pun?
Mm-hmm.
Pun. Still not a player, but you still a hitter. Ha ha. Anyway.
Oh.
Lola Vice and Kalani.
Is this a new thing? And I'm asking literally from a point of questioning, not because of where it is, but how it is, of like the top and then like the lacy top underneath on the ladies. Like Rhea Ripley had the same thing last night with the red top, and then the lacy brassiere still kind of showing. Kalani's got that. Again, questioning minds just need to know. Now, I'm not exactly expecting you to be authority on there, but it's a thought in my brain that just I said the quiet part out loud, I think.
I'm still a fan of jorts, so I'm a bad guy to ask about fashion.
Well, I mean, she's got modified jorts. You are John Cena? You were John Cena before John Cena?
I wear shorts and hoodies like 8 months of the year. Like, I'm a bad guy to ask about
hoodie,
fashion.
I'm fully. I'm
only thing I know about
Raven,
how to snap them off with my fingers.
Jorts?
What?
No.
Sorry?
No jorts. No jorts.
No jorts.
Lash just looked like the fucking giant showing up. She looked like Omos with like her name compared to these two women.
Yeah, constantly, Jose. I'm with you on that one. I see you, Lola. Looking beautiful, Damien. I like when the unusual suspects pop up and say shit. But
fair enough. Well, I got Dark State, Deep Fake.
Dark State with a big win
last year is the only one in this fucking group I give a damn about.
Get the fuck out. I would pay to watch each one of them beat the shit out of Nigel McGuinness tomorrow. Dark State with a big win last week. Sugar's doing good shit. I'm a big fan of Sugar. And in the ring, the collection of them, all of them can wrestle really well.
Joe Hendricks is fucking popping out of nowhere.
PG-13.
Say his name and he appears.
Right. Oh, that's not nice.
is Joe Hendry kind of jumped the shark now a bit with this quarter pound crew, dark state crew. He's out there of just popping up anywhere, here, there, and everywhere.
No, not jumping the shark. They are legitimately doing what they did in TNA. So they kind of took it back to how it all began with Joe, where Joe would just appear. Remember, they did like the infomercials of like, oh no, everything's wrong, and Joe would appear. They're kind of almost giving us like the origin of Joe Hendry. Like we've seen him, we know him, but who is he? What is he? So I think that's what they're trying to do, was kind of go back to what we saw in TNA that some people out there didn't see.
But he just shows up in the most inconsequential shit.
It's so good. I think it's great. I like it a lot. Joe Hendry glitches.
Stoner Jesus, what up? May the blunt be with you and also with you.
Heatwave, #1 contenders triple threat match. Oh shit! Okay,
that's new. We're going out here. Hi, Miss Parker. Miss Parker don't even know.
Yeah, amen, brother. Yeah, there we go. Fucking Joe Hendry. Does Joe need another hit song? Maybe. Again, I feel like they never capitalized enough on Joe's popularity.
I don't know. I mean, the man got a spot on WrestleMania out the fucking blue and everything like that. I think they almost reached their peak. And yes, right. So the white guy of Dark State is the weirdo. Yeah, he keeps talking about like ass and from behind.
Yeah, Butler's out to lunch. He definitely needs a sandwich. The man's out to lunch. It's good. They can't all be just like scream at the camera badasses, right? Sugar is charismatic. He talks so well. Give him the mic all day. He's like Wale. Like he literally gives me that vibe. Cutler becomes crazy. The other two are just like the big athletic dudes who I could see being a tag team. But I mean, to the credit, big win last week as we're setting up.
That might be the tag team that takes on Hank and Tank. But no, Sugars to me is the one that's who I'd take out of the group of that could actually be something. The rest, you can have that even what I'm mad at.
So you're saying like you don't see like a guy like Cutler built like that, his size, his athletic ability to ever go any further, or Dion Lennox?
I'm not saying that couldn't ever be anything. I'm saying right now of who I would take out of that group that could actually be something right now and everything is Sugar. The rest, stay developmental, be a thing, to establish yourself.
Yeah, no, buddy. I'm sorry, I can't go there with you. Again, I think for guys that just came into the company, there's a lot of potential between the group of them. Now, as a collective right now, it might not be people's favorite. I'm good with that. But at the same time, I think like all four guys individually have a lot of fucking cards to play.
I'm not saying throw away the other three. I'm saying those three can very much stay and still work out on Evolve, all of their, they can still make their way through NXT. Sugar's a guy who I think you start pushing him towards the top as a singles guy, what have you. You can still do your tag team with Osiris and all of that. But
Osiris is a big fucker. Like you talk about Jasper Troy and how excited you are about Jasper Troy. What's the difference between Jasper and Osiris?
What about Bronco out there from OTM and everything? Like,
where is OTM?
That's a big question, but that's again, we get the question of, we get this now, we get a log jam. Are we getting a log jam of NXT?
Yeah, well, I think, I think especially because like we're talking about Oba and Ricky and Ethan and this one and that one and Jordan. And, again, I think there's just a lot of talent and a lot of utilized talent. And even then, the fans don't want a 3-hour show, but they're mad that we're not seeing all the talent. So we get multiple man matches and people don't want that either. There is no pleasing everybody.
You don't call it an all-star match. How about that?
No, not every week.
There.
Yeah, not every week.
If you have every week all-star games, who's the fuck is an all-star still?
That's right. Like, I mean, again, the Harlem Globetrotters are a good time, but if that was if that was 82 games a year,
There's a
we'd
reason
fucking give
there's not
up.
a Harlem Globetrotters league,
Yeah,
because I don't need to see them beat the Washington Generals every fucking week.
yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So, well, folks, we are on commercial break. The poll is up. We have a main event. Trey, Javon, the winner gets Oba at Heatwave, and we will see what that looks like. But get in that chat. Let us know how you feel. Don't forget, we're here all week long for all your favorite wrestling. Marathon on Sunday, 11 a.m. start time. It's going to be a fun day. We come back all, we were here for we're here for Paris. We're here for the international shows. We got so much coming your way.
Right. Well, now I'm recognizing
Come on,
that.
Chair.
And Chair relax, but yeah, Snowbiz. If Nick's rooting for Sugar, I'm worried for him.
Sugar's
He's
good,
always
though.
the one to point out too when I'm wrong on everything.
But no, Sugars is good. Sugars is a talented guy. I mean, he's the small guy of the group, so therefore it kind of works well of the smallest guy with the biggest mouth. I like it. But I like him a lot. I think he's got a lot of upside. I saw somebody kind of laugh at my Wale comment, I think. But at the end of the day, even if this group Dark State breaks up, I think there's talent in that group.
Yes, I will agree. Again, I will agree with you on that. I think the level of which the talent is at is where we kind of differ. If you think these are guys that slide right into prominent spots on NXT, and I think
When did I say that? When did I ever say that? All I said was they were good and they're developing. They're new. I didn't just throw them out because they're similar to the Shield or like no, I don't think they should be. But they're beating world champions. Like they're getting pinfalls in main events. Last week they won the main event. They're getting booked as if they're going to be at the top. They're showing up in TNA like they're fucking with the top people like Moose. So yeah, I mean, again, I don't think that they're like fucking give Sugar a world title shot tomorrow. But I'm telling you right now, Osiris will give fucking Oba a run for his money. So would fucking Dion probably. Two big guys.
Dion Lennox was there for a minute and then kind of he's good in ring, but he's one of those, he's milk toast a little bit of what are you?
Yeah, a little bit. And he tried to be like the smart, well-read guy, and it didn't go very far.
He was David Otunga with glasses.
Yeah. Hendry versus Osprey. I'd enjoy that. Okay.
Yeah.
What? Miss Parker, Delano.
Booker, I want to see someone do an edit of Booker T's ad libs over the fucking make him say, no, not make him say what?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trick has found magic here. And here's another guy that I think is on the verge. He loses that belt, he might move on. Trick's been good. And this whole idea that like he turned TNA upside down. Now, I don't know if he meant to have that belt up on upside down or not, but man, did he sell it smart.
Oh, 100%. It's a happy accident either way. Would you do Carmelo and Trick again as a tag team on Friday Night SmackDown after we had The Miz, who was out there with Trick and stole the win and all that?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I think, I mean, it might help Carmelo. Like, we love Carmelo. He did great things in NXT, but he's such a small guy. And I mean, again, what are we going to book for the, John Cena, Carmelo Hayes? Oh, wow. Holy shit.
1, 2, big boot out of the gate here. But yeah, I think you have them as a tag team. You reunite them. and it just adds to a huge layer in that, tag team division that's already over the top on SmackDown.
Right.
And you can develop the breakout story again. You can just redo everything you did in NXT.
Right.
Once you let it develop more on WWE, on main roster.
Yeah. Spells ant. I love it. It popped me good.
What?
TNA upside down.
Oh.
I think
that's how deep into this coverage Anthony is, folks. He's literally got his name. If you spell TNA backwards, you almost got part of Anthony's name.
Right. Oh, nice reversal by Javon. I think Trick has surpassed Carmelo Hayes' run in NXT for sure. I'm kind of with Big One on this one.
That Carmelo's past, or that Trick's past Carmelo?
Yeah.
No, because Carmelo in NXT was a different level boss. I think it's Carmelo in NXT was like a cheat code almost. You see him, it's one of those now because you see him on the main roster and he's been nerfed a little bit, that it makes you think he wasn't that great. No, he was there. They sat there and draped down jerseys of people he beat.
That's a good entrance. I mean, and
Melo can't miss.
So
he is him. Like there was a point to where Melo was the guy, to where he was the brand. I don't think you could say there's been a point to where Trick's been the brand. Are we going to argue again? We can argue again.
Never. And he's the face of two brands. He's Trick and A.
If the TNA deal would have happened while Carmelo was there, Carmelo would be TNA champion.
Send Carmelo back and let Carmelo run around there.
Make him TNA's AJ Styles.
Right. Nigel probably has a picture of Nick with no beard.
I don't even know if my wife does that, honestly. That's Nick, how, if we ever show up without beers, that's how you know we're in witness protection or something.
Right. Damien, that's ridiculous. I know why Damien did this, and I'm going to give it to him. Dark State wins the tag titles at Heatwave.
Fuck no. No way.
It's not happening.
No. 100% Hank and Tank win. Now,
no way.
Over, under. I'll start the bidding at 20 minutes. Does it go at 20 minutes? Does it go 15? Does it go 12? 10?
I think it's going to be a decent match, and I actually think Dark State's going to win the tag titles.
Fuck off.
Javon,
no.
What? Yeah.
No. No. Hank and Tank. Hank, give me Hank and Tank. Let me enjoy things.
I don't know. Enjoy it now while you can, bro.
Right. Well, no, we haven't got enough of Hank and Tank. Do that again. Do we just start thinking going to this fucking doomsday mindset of anyone that loses a title must move up?
Hank and Tank to Raw. They could use them.
They're actually really fucking good.
Right? There's more room for Hank and Tank on the main roster than there is for Ricky Saints. Just based on the...
You're not wrong.
Right? Just based on the roster.
You're not wrong.
Just on the roster, you're like, fuck. Trick is all entrance. No. He was
Trick
all entrance.
All Terrence Howard of... That's all it is.
Trick was all... And Trick's entrance went way ahead. And when they first pushed Trick, he had a lot of sloppy matches. He wasn't a great promo. This whole TNA run thing that they've done with Trick he's really locked in and come a long way. We got to give Trick a little bit of credit.
Right. Well, Nick would still do the stream and win. Yeah, probably.
Facts.
Nick, Nigel was on hand when Mother Nature was born. Shut the fuck up, Spaz. Hank and Tank or Nigel, Nick. Now, the final boss battle.
You can't. Hey, we're going to be here on Thursday to break it all down, folks. And we're going to do the preview show for both shows. So there you go.
Yeah, come watch Anthony look like the the child in the middle of mom and dad fighting. Instantly, Nick's wrong again. Thanks. I know. Ooh. Why does Nick like Hank and Tank? Is this like a Borat type of thing? What? Why would you not like Hank and Tank? Well, Christ, I feel like we goddamn named him as.
I think we did.
Who went flying who on there?
I don't dislike them. I think they got upside. They give you kind of that Public Enemy vibe. They got, I could see them in the dub, kind of getting the kind of the Otis vibes. Like people will really get behind them because they're goofy and fun and energetic, but they're losing.
No, they're not.
Holy shit!
Oh! I believe.
Holy shit!
Spread my wings and touch the sky.
We
We
need
some
some
help as the whole
help.
crowd's holy shit. For those who can't see it,
You see
Rick
Oba?
Williams just shoved Javon Evans off the top rope of the top turnbuckle. And he got a little springboard action. And I think he heel clicked the fucking announce desk. He barely touched that.
They touched it enough to break it, but Trick just chucked him. And someone's got to meme Oba's face. Oba was like, oh shit. Yeah.
We just need that. Now, picture, folks, Oba watching from the mausoleum next to Gunther when he was watching the seat and everything.
Is he okay? Because, I mean, he came down hard, man.
It was one of those of, oh shit, he's dead. It's one of, even once Vic's like, we need some help out here. That felt genuine. People don't go to the zoo to see someone get bouncy. What? Hank and Tank are heavy machinery meets Public Enemy. No, 100%. I agree with that. If I could see them doing the whole, crowd reaction to where they're just losing their goddamn gourd.
Right.
I need me a Hank or a Tank jersey.
So the ref got the signal from Javon and they start the count out. That's good news. I just worry about him, like the way he came down on the back of his head. And I don't know what fucking...
He's going to beat the count. He's going to beat the count.
Oh, he has to. For sure.
Yeah, but the way it kind of seemed of it was just, we're going to count it.
Oh, no, he's going to beat it. There you go.
But no, he fucking heel clickered that fucking announce desk. Like he caught the littlest of little that we had to do to make that collapse.
Yeah, what is your thoughts on WrestlePalooza on ESPN? That's the kick in the nuts too. It's on ESPN, is the rumor.
This is all alleged. All alleged.
Again, I'm surprised that they're opting for WrestlePalooza.
This feels like a weapon of mass distraction to me of why the fuck, if I've got Brock Lesnar who's going to show up, maybe that might be something you do as a soft test on ESPN. Yeah. But WrestlePalooza, like that doesn't sound like a TKO WWE name in 2025, respectfully.
Oh, yeah. Like John Cena, Brock Lesnar.
WrestlePalooza. That's a South Park episode waiting to be written.
Yeah. But,
front face lock.
Front face lock, and Javon is noodled. I think this is quote unquote rest spot at the moment of like, just hold me till I can stop seeing stars.
Hold me now.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Well, there is this also when you start, okay, take this here. You start whispering and making sure the camera doesn't catch you saying this and that. Reminding you of, I know, bro, you took the fucking wall pretty hard.
It looked so good. Look, Booker. Did you just throw that man at me? My God, the replay makes it
biggest throw of the week. Omos throwing out Microman or Trick Williams throwing out Javon Evans.
I'm giving the edge to Microman had a better landing than Javon. As Trick just yanking him up by the throat.
Big brother in him.
Yeah, right.
Javon's left arm is the only part of his body to hit that table. Fair enough. Yeah, he just click-clacked. The rest of that was just barricade and chairs.
He hit the table enough to get the breaks, though, which is crazy. Because I felt like
he skipped across it like a fucking flat rock on a still pond.
Right? Like, again, in one breath, it looked like he didn't touch it, but he touched it enough.
He did just enough.
Just enough. Like, shit.
Ooh. Would you do champ versus champ kind of thing with Trick and Oba if Trick wins this?
Yeah. Is it interesting that we're there's not more talk? Like, I mean, Trick just had his fight with Moose, but is there not enough urgency from TNA to get this belt back?
Yes and no. I'm still waiting and holding out. We're halfway, I feel, starting to see it with like the elegances and all of that, of seeing this invasion almost of we need to start the fire over here.
Right. Okay, there you go. Izzy got nothing going on. He's not beating Kazmat.
Hamzat. Not Hazmat. Oh, no. Fucking Drakus needed fucking Hazmat to fucking come and mop him up after Hamzat just fucking destroyed him for fucking
dusted. Oh, but Javon fighting back. The young OG.
But see, that's the thing, as I'm predicting that Javon wins this because we haven't seen that much of Javon versus Oba, and you leave now Trick can kind of still do the TNA thing. He can do this, that, and a third. You kind of just keep running your champions into champions a bit if you do Trick and Oba again. Oh, Tope!
Javon Evans is willing to destroy himself to get a shot at Oba. And at this point, it really feels like Javon's night. Nice suplex.
Make yourself famous, kid.
Are we getting a band for WrestlePalooza? Yeah, we're getting a whole lineup.
That's what it feels like. That well, WrestleFest. WrestleFest would be a better name. Frog Splash.
Oh!
1, 2, 2 count, 2 count.
RBD-esque.
Yeah.
Wrestle Stock. Last time we did one of those, it didn't go so well, Jose.
That'd have to be out there in Iowa with all the
just one of them days.
2 count, 2 count again. After the whirling dervish kick there. That actually here. Let us know, folks, in the comments after the live stream and everything.
What a reversal. Trick popped out.
Oh! Hit him with the Hadouken.
It's a good match.
But super kick. Oh, rock bottom, bookend. Rolls through. Javon ducks the knee, small package. Dos amigos.
Big knee.
Oh, tornado kick.
That's better than his finisher.
That should be his fucking finisher now. Fuck that goddamn scissor kick bullshit. You're not Booker T.
Up to the shoulders. Wow.
2 count. Kind of, it was like Death Valley Driver meets Michinoku Driver.
Yeah, I just threw him down. The sack of potatoes.
Stay down. But yes, real quick. Comments on the video, not on the live stream. Comments on the video after the stream. What is the band that you would book to headline WrestlePalooza? If you were doing it as a WrestleFest.
Hey! Mike Santana with the distraction. Javon going up. Super cutter.
The bouncy. 1, 2, do it.
Over. Let's go. Javon Evans taking on Oba Heatwave. And Mike Santana still wants that TNA title.
Absolutely. And I love that they threw in the Santana right off the air. And right the fuck off the air. Right at the last second.
They ran out of fucking runway. And partly, I think, because they needed to stretch out Javon's moment there to kind of get his wits about him. He came down hard. So, yeah, let's go.
But no, I really like that with you throw Santana involved in that. And is there an actual name for his like springboard cutter off the top rope, like kind of his, coffin drop? Because all I can always hear is Vic Joseph calling him bouncy with that.
Yeah. I don't know what the name is. I just keep calling it. I just keep calling it super cutter.
Fair enough. But either way, so Javon Evans picks up the win. And I like that. So now probably Bound for Glory, Mike Santana, Trick Williams. We got a Heatwave, Javon Evans versus Obafemi.
Yeah.
So we rounded out tonight, I think, with now Heatwave this Sunday is
7 matches total?
6 matches. What?
Is it 7 matches total?
6. Jordan Grace versus Blake Monroe. Hank
Okay.
and Tank versus 2 members of Dark State. JC Jane, Masha, and Ash for the TNA Knockouts World Title. Jada Parker versus Kalani and Lola for the #1 contendership for the NXT Women's Championship.
Okay.
Ethan Page and Chelsea Green with the Hervis versus Tavion Heights and Tyra May Steele. And then Obafemi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship.
Okay.
So 6 matches.
6. Okay. Thought there was one more in there.
You might get a dark match, a pre-show match, or anything like that. I mean, it's also going to be interesting because it's going to be following all of Forbidden Door. So do you book it of knowing that people probably are coming from watching Forbidden Door?
In what way, though? Because I don't think it really
matters. You don't
matters.
do 75 matches?
But that, I mean, I don't think they would anyway. Like, that's kind of their MO, right? So I think it does change things. They're going to do them. I think they do their shit and don't really care what the other one's doing. But, I mean, it'll be very interesting how the day plays out. And again, Heatwave has a chance to make a lot of buzz, have a lot of big news. They're going to do some shit on Heatwave to try and steal those Sunday headlines.
They did it on Evolution and all of that. They stole them all in headlines. But so what is your final rating for NXT tonight? The go home. The go home Heatwave.
Perfect. But let's let the people know, folks, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show. So give us your opinion. Nick and I will give you ours. What did you like? What didn't you like? But ratings out of 10 on every single show. Plus, we take predictions on every single match. And you can be the predictions champion at our pay-per-views. Tonight, for me, was a 6.5.
Okay. Details. Like,
it was,
would you like to explain your work?
There was good stuff. Like, that main event almost makes me say 7, which is fine. I'm not that far off. But the main event was really good. The opening of the show was really good. There was some real, like, shit in the middle that I didn't much care about. Blake and Jordan, not the strongest of segments. Didn't go great. Didn't love it.
Did you freeze or did I freeze? What happened right now? Oh, I'm assuming he froze at this point. Now, are you back, sir?
I don't know what's happening. But I can double check. But yeah, I mean, ultimately there was stuff in there that I didn't love. And kind of flat, kind of boring, didn't really, pique my interest in any way, shape, or form through a couple of the things that I kind of want to be excited about, but I'm kind of not. So yeah, there was good stuff in there. The women's tag match was kind of fun. The peace treaty thing was a little bit lame, didn't really do it for me. Like I said, the Blake Jordan segment wasn't fucking all like that good. Ricky Jasper was okay. Didn't love it. Didn't want to turn it off, but didn't love it.
Fair enough. And okay, so nobody froze for the stream.
Yeah.
Well, no, because on my end, you just stopped in the middle of your defense there. So I was like, oh no. But I guess I was in the time warp there. But yeah.
Okay.
I apologize on that. I can see your 6.5. I don't know if I want to fully go. I'll meet you at a 6.5. I can see it's where you could go to a 7 and everything like that. Of the main event was really good. Yeah. I very much see that it was like that top of the hour, the middle hour, that middle section of NXT really just kind of became a black hole of what the fuck was this. It started off really great. Of the street fight, I think was phenomenal. So that almost makes me want to make it almost a 7. Yeah. But I mean, we got excited for it. We got Yoshi out there with the splashes and everything. It's that middle segment, the Blake Monroe, the Jordan Grace segment, and then the peace treaty, the sit down powwow between all of them got really clunky, got really just dragged out.
Yeah, I think that modern go home shows are often like a lot of what we saw tonight. We'll just talk about what we're going to do on Sunday, which is fine. Kind of an old school vibe to it a little bit. And we got a lot of that tonight. So yeah, I mean, again, it was a very average, an average show with some really good moments. The beginning and the end, especially, were phenomenal. And Javon getting up blew my mind. 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. So we're like a point under
We're a whole point lower than most of the chat.
right? 8. We call it the way we see it, man. 6.5, 6. Nigel McGuinness is. There you go. Instant 10 every time.
I'm
Nigel.
gonna go have me some Guinnesses after this.
8 out of 10. Raw sucks. SD sucks. NXT is king. Well, Raw was better or more enjoyable for me last night than tonight was. That's all I can tell you this week.
Wait, what did you just say?
Raw. I enjoyed Raw more than I enjoyed NXT.
Oh yeah, for sure, sure. That's not debatable. That's not a discussion.
I have to salute Trick for putting over young prodigy Javon. Yeah, it's a nice story, and there is a world where Javon can pull off the upset. And I think ultimately, it's and you tie it in. Like, it's not like Trick just got beat lickety split. It was a good match. Trick might have looked like he was about to win. Mike Santana has a good reason to distract him, and here we go again.
Do you make Javon kind of your Sami Zayn of that plucky underdog who shouldn't win, but you put the title on him?
Yeah. I think this is the world that kind of shit happens. We've seen a lot of people like win belts that we made. Andrade was a champion at one point. Like other guys that we never really. Johnny Gargano. We were like, is Johnny really going to be a world champion? Well, he was. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the world. NXT is that one world where anybody can win.
I'll give you that, okay, because you had me halfway there for a second about to go on a different argument.
But I'm not arguing anymore.
No, I'll give you that NXT. We ain't gonna talk about the other ones, but no, NXT is one of those, like you said, up to where Gargano, Johnny Wrestling is 100% more of a world champion than he ever would be on the main roster. Adam Cole is more of a world champion in NXT than he would have been on the main roster. Javon Evans, I would say, more of a world champion on NXT than he would be on the main roster. It's the indie guy, it's the Ring of Honor world title.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. I kind of, that's kind of how I feel about 10 out of 10. Love the show. Great. Good night. Good night. News, John C. What did John C say? Why did CW just cold cut like that? Oh, well, they have a hard finish, and I think that match went long due to Javon trying to figure out what fucking state he was in after going through that table.
Yeah, there might have been something along that pathway that went a bit long, but they very much just, we got a hard out, cut it. At least he wasn't giving a speech or anything. We won't have Javon on a podcast out there complaining they cut off my celebration.
Yeah, you got to remember with the CW, they will pull that plug. Like if they're mid match,
they have programming. They have programming.
Yeah. NXT always does 6 matches. Common, 7.5. 7.5.
Yeah, this isn't Warner Discovery. They don't do 15-minute overruns or anything like that just because.
For no reason with a commercial. I know people think, like, again, maybe this is old man yelling at Porsche, but the fact that there's commercials in an overrun blow my mind. It's fucking nuts.
Well, and it's just one of those because we, I think, kind of grew up in that generation to where you would have that overrun, because I was out there. If you have the VCR with the fucking VHS tape in there to record,
you get so
Monday Night Raw, because you sit there and you can't stay up for all of it and all that because you got school the next morning and everything. But I set my fucking recorder to 11:30 because I know that there might be some shit, because it might be 3 hours, but there might be 5 minutes that takes over. There might be a whole different thing that happens afterwards, or it might end at 10:55 or whatever. Like,
and that was the thing, was it was a lot more random, right? Like it wasn't a guaranteed overrun.
Yeah, is that poor booking of like you're booking already that I'm going to piss on the fucking seat a little bit because I can't make it into the bowl the whole time.
Well, when you're starting a match in the overrun, it defeats the purpose of the overrun. The overrun's supposed to create.
That is not an overrun anymore.
Like it's just part of the show. Your show is 2 hours and 15 minutes. Like Raw doesn't have a 35-minute overrun every week. It's 2.5 hours. Maybe you get that extra 5 minutes, right? Like it's weird. Like it's like saying Raw is a 2-hour show, but they go 2:30. Like, what are we doing?
Well, and again, like I said, of growing up, it was that 3-hour show, but it might go 3:05 randomly one week. But that would be the one time that month it does it. It's not like I expect that the show says it ends at 10. It's not going to end
You
at
can't
10.
be starting matches at the end of your show. That makes no sense. It defeats the purpose. 7 out of 10. Bump it up. WFU. Yes, use the hashtags on all your social media posts. We are killing the IWC one shitty fake account at a time. And we're having a lot of fun doing it, folks. So use those hashtags. I'm going 7, and I don't even watch NXT. But it was
It was a good episode, and especially I think though too, we talked about this earlier because it doesn't travel often. When it does travel, it travels well. It makes sense when it goes from the Performance Center to Philadelphia, and then you're gonna have Heatwave. Like you had that crowd was live for everything, and you started off with the street fight. You started off with not a big talking segment, straight into hardcore action. You did well. You did well.
Not bad. 7.5. And I like seeing the cool venues. Like I'm the guy that like when I'm playing the video game, I want to pick the rare places to wrestle and shit, right? Like I want to go to places. I like seeing different venues.
Do you have a favorite venue? Real or kayfabe or anything? Well, because I'm bringing this up because that reminded me of my favorite venue. My favorite venue is still the Hammerstein Ballroom. Of still one night stand, RVD. If he wins, we riot. All of that. Where they're throwing the shirt back. That's so much ECW tie-in of. That is to me. That is like the mecca of. I know some people obviously view MSG as that. To me, it's Hammerstein.
Again, you said both. The Hammerstein, just for the vibe, the feel, the things that we saw there. And such a cool venue where you're on top of the audience, on top of the wrestlers. You're right there. It feels like the upper bowl can reach down and smack the wrestler in the head.
Boy, it feels like the old Coliseum vibes and everything like that of the gladiators fighting in the center of the ring. It just has that old school and super unique aesthetic to it.
MSG's got a good vibe. I mean, the buildings have changed so much over the years. Like MSG, obviously, for just kind of like where it is. And I mean, I think nowadays we talk more about crowds than the actual venue, right? So, you go out to Chicago and that place is bumping.
Right. Well, the United Center is always solid one, though, to Nick and Nigel out there for a Guinness.
But, right. Have a good night, Jordan. CW doesn't do overruns. Facts. CW programs suck. You pull them. Don't worry, it'll be on Netflix soon. 7.5 out of 10. Javon gives.
Well, that's funny, is because I know you and I both watch it on Netflix. You watch it because that's your option, and I watched it because of the Vippin. But it still did the same thing of it's instantly, nope, it's just done.
Yeah, facts. I like this comment, and I know we're trying to head towards the door, but I used to watch so many random shows after Raw because of the overruns in the mid 2000s. Facts. You were just like, what is this? And you end up watching 25 minutes of like 1,000 ways to die. Like,
anyone burn out the prev button on their remote and everything to where you could go flip back and forth between the channel and all of that? I would 100% burn that out because you'd be watching Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Nitro. I can still remember USA was channel 15 and TNT was channel 37, and you hit the pre channel button and burn that fucker out, bouncing back and forth. If you get a commercial and you'd be trying to time it back and forth, even better than we try and time commercials now.
Right. Skydome's a great venue. I mean, again, it's kind of a big old clunky concrete thing that's been around forever now. It's crazy to think how old Skydome has become, but a great place to concerts, shows, wrestling shows, outstanding venue. I love it. Toronto, the old Maple Leaf Gardens, just because of the way it was set up and the acoustics of it all was really cool. That's my own Canadian vibe to it.
There you go. Well, 7.5 out of 10 is Mr. out there, John, but I think Dream's antics set his. We're talking about Velveteen Dream. The interesting cat. Yeah.
We have to end on the Velveteen Dream note.
No, we can go on to where La Femme Nikita and Silk Stockings and all of those, random, shows that popped up at the end of in Monday Night Raw.
Shout out. That's jokes. Let's go. But yeah, man, overall, not a bad show. I mean, got through it. We're back at it tomorrow for Dynamite. We got more coming your way. Again, click that bell, be a friend, tell a friend, comment on the videos. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see, what content do you want to see from us. Comment on those videos. The algorithm loves it, and we appreciate it. We do answer as many as we can, at least at minimum with a thumbs up and a heart. So make sure you comment on those videos and join the WFU. We are literally plowing through the IWC, and we are recreating the wrestling fans community one step at a time. And we appreciate y'all for being a part of it already.
And again, question of the night, if you made it this far and along in the stream and everything like that, or the video, if you're watching it on the replay, leave the comment of what is the one band you would book to headline WrestlePalooza.
Can you take me higher?
My sacrifice.
Right. Where's Fred Durst nowadays?
Hey, Limp Bizkit's still a thing. You book Jelly Roll, you might get him on the cheap. You get him the 2-for-1 deal.
There you go. The Jelly Palooza.
That's a whole different thing. You can't do that with those
party.
animations. But yes, no, we gave it both a 6.5 for NXT before Heatwave. We're heating up before we get to the Heatwave, but back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow. Dynamite. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Good night.